Hello, everyone. My name is PaulToon. I am the Warmaster, as we call it, for a new little game we're starting. We are Scales of War, and we're going to play some Fantasy Flight tabletop RPG in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, specifically Only War. We have taken a heavily modified version of the original game and a massive amount of homebrew, a completely different scale. And we have basically designed an entire planetary war. This is our second season, so you'll probably hear a lot of references to that. We currently have a Discord where a lot of people have been contributing regiments to help us in the war effort and continue to work from there. This is going to be our first episode, a sort of prologue episode to the rest of the season. Next week is going to be a commander session in which we're going to show actual troop deployments and how what we call the macro scale, or the actual big planetary war happens. And between those sessions, we will have small player game sessions, which is much more traditional, a lot of squad-based combat, and it's going to be what you see today. So with that, I think I covered all the major details. So if you guys want to introduce yourself, we'll just go down the list. Who's first? That will be Colonel Stern.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, or DB662. I'm playing Colonel Marcus Strun of the 1st Coloradicus Tank Legion. Basically, I'm the heavy tank regiment of this campaign. More of, I guess, traditionalists of everyone here. We're here to retake Maldine. Well, a little bit of backstory. Season 1, we promised the Maldine that we fought with that we would assist them in retaking their homeworld. So here we are.
All right. With that, next we will introduce MrNone, or Jarl Alfred Dottir.
I'm MrNone, a voice actor and the cameraman for this operation. I am playing as the Einherjari under the command of Jarl Regenleaf Alfildaughter.
All right. Next we have Rasp, who is the commander of the Maldine regiments and whose homeworld we are currently trying to save.
Hi, I'm Rasp. I hope you enjoy the weird little mining world I've made. And last season was operating under the assumption that my people were never going home. But here they are, on their way home to save it from the enemy of humanity. Or enemies, as the case may be.
There's a lot going on. And last but not least, we have Vallis, who is playing On as his overall commander. Vallis?
Yeah, that'd be me. I'm Vallis. I'm playing Syntagmatarchus On, in charge of the Thrinos Mobile Task Force Sirens. We are a very strange regiment, using a lot of homebrew things. We function kind of similarly to Gene Stealers, just working for the Imperium, and I'm sure that won't worry anybody here.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of very eccentric groups amongst us. One other thing I should mention is that everyone who's here today has contributed a great amount to a lot of the homebrew that we did. I have to give a special shout out, of course, to Rasp and Vallis for being two of the major contributors towards that. Vallis, we have a little tradition that we started last season based on some of the weirdness of one of Vallis's, his entire regiment, to be honest, from last season.
I make a lot of strange regiments.
He has been termed Master of Eldritch Whimsy for a reason. If you could, please give us your special role that you start at the beginning of every session.
So today's role is Zinch.
Yeah. Basically, he starts rolling for whichever Chaos God happens to be smiling upon this particular session. And this week it is Zinch. So, a lot of schemes happening. There are a couple of things I probably should clarify before we start. One of them, in the first line of the script I have, is about the Imperial date. We are well aware that Games Workshop has, removed the Imperial calendar and everything is kind of fuzzy in M42. The best way to place where our current campaign is on a timeline is we are during the Indominus Crusade. Guilliman has been resurrected. He is currently concluding talks with the Fenrisian Space Wolves, which is actually a major thing considering that the subsector we're playing in is nearby to Fenris. But the main thrust of the Crusader fleets have not reached this area just yet. It's unlikely that they will get here in time before the Maldine system is either saved or completely wiped out. But that should help. So yeah, Cadian has fallen. The Maledictum is literally right on everyone's doorstep. And Guilliman is finishing up his talks. And with that, the date is currently 7.300.008.M42. The stranded forces of the PDF, few Imperial Guard, and the Mechanicus on 4 inhabited worlds of the Mald system have been holding out at this point for 76 days against the forces of Chaos, Orcs, and Gene Stealers that arrived with the Space Hulk, Weight of Sins. Mald Primus, an oceanic agri-world, Mald Tertius, a feral ice world, and Mald Quartus, a moon forge world, have been taken over with several hits. But nowhere has the fighting been bloodier or fiercer than on Mald Secundus, the second world of this system, and the mining world tidally locked with the Mald Star. Housing many secrets heralding back to the Dark Age of technology, the seemingly inexhaustible enemies of the Imperium have steadily marched their way closer and closer to the planet's south pole and its beating heart, where the space elevator, the Banner, remains in orbit. Bloody Claim has lived up to its name with some of the fiercest armor fighting in the caverns and old mines and the surface. Incursions into Boring have been a constant, unrelenting threat with the heaviest casualties to infantry. And Ibisver and Richdale are under constant threat from air raids, including strikes that may cover from a fourth, darker enemy faction. The planetary governors have attempted to send messages for aid out of the system, but until recently, there has been no reply. We begin with the answer to that reply, as all of you are on board the Black Talon, the flagship of the Imperial forces that are currently jumping into the system through the warp. There's been some talk about what is happening, and we will be jumping closer than is advised. Usually ships in the 40K universe they warp jump kind of at the edge of the system and then drift at lower than FTL speeds in the system. However, due to the urgent nature of the situation, everyone's jumping a little closer this time. But we cut to 3 of our player characters. That would be a Corporal Bojangleheimer Schmidt, Skjoldr Geirrungson, and FeeNighTea. With this, you are currently on board the Black Talon. You've been called for a meeting between commanders, and since the flagship is there, a lot of the communication has been happening, and you are currently bodyguards who are standing watch for your commanders. Right now, basically, they're in a meeting. You're standing outside the door as you are jumping out of the warp and into the system. If anybody would like, I open the floor to you guys.
Corporal Bojangles Hammersmith is dressed in pretty elegant stormtrooper carapace, the standard hell gun or hotshot las gun that stormtroopers are equipped with. In addition to that, he has a Vox amplifier so that he can talk to his, I guess, teammate and guardian, Grog, who is a lumbering 3-meter plus Ogren who carries, like, they somehow found carapace armor for him and a brute shield. He is an absolute mountain of a Ogren. You know, what he lacks in intelligence and agility, he more than makes up in brute strength, toughness, and loyalty to Corporal Smith.
FeeNighTea, going by Fee at this time, is a very average member of the Mobile Task Force Sirens. They are clad in the standard armor and regalia of the regiment, which is very reminiscent of ancient Spartan wear, but made of the more modern or postmodern, sci-fi-ish materials that are known in this system. It's kind of the carapace stuff. It's all made in a very bright, gleaming Mars red, and bearing a cape that appears to be made of leaves that is a very bright aquamarine blue. The most notable thing about any siren is the genetic perfection of them, because the Mechanicus on their home world are very focused on the gene spirit and how they can reveal the old, better patterns of life and bring it back to humanity, fix the issues, and make a superior form. So, most sirens stand a little taller than the average guardsman, and they tend to have a myriad of small genetic shifts that improve their immunity to various diseases. Their organs will function better for longer. But when we say better for longer, we're talking more like an extra year, not necessarily an extra 300. And the other thing about the sirens is every one of them has a small creature nestled at the base of their neck. A small chitinous thing about the size of a stress ball. It's about different for each one of them, and they all are unique in some way. It functions similarly to their voxes, occasionally chittering as they project mentally thoughts to one another instead of sending vox calls or requests. So the sirens appear by all onlookers as a very silent regiment. Most people would think most of the soldiers have a vow of silence even, because they very rarely seem to speak under normal circumstances. Armed with a stub revolver that is uniquely modified with something under the barrel, and a chamber that is chilled to the touch and freezing on the holster, as well as what appears to be a whip and a gladius.
And stark contrast to the silent sirens stands Brynjar Geirrungson, a loud and boisterous man who spends more time, honestly, with ale than with his sword. He is dressed in terms of this, what would be carapace. Again, it looks more medieval. It's reminiscent of old chain mail that would be worn by Vikings of the medieval era. He is donned with a helmet of a similar era, as well as a large shield. He's not tall per se, but he is stocky and loyal to a fault.
So with that, you have a little description of what everybody kind of looks like, a little flavor of their regiments. Can you tell at least one of them was definitely one of our homebrews? At the moment, everyone is being very quiet, I assume, not really conversing amongst each other. Basically just standing guard at the door, not doing anything.
In this circumstance, the siren is essentially dead silent unless someone actually is trying to talk to them.
Corporal Smith would be trying to maintain a visual, and I think Grog would speak up like every, 30 minutes and, essentially ask, "Are we there yet?" And Smith would be like, "Nope, just a little bit longer, buddy. Just keep an eye out and try to keep quiet."
Is we fighting yet?
Yeah, exactly. Or like anytime someone unfamiliar passes, be like, "Can I smash that one?" Nope, he's a friendly. What about that one? Nope, she's a friendly as well. Okay.
Righto. Yeah, similarly, Brynjar would be awkwardly silent. He doesn't do well with silence. So he's just kind of sitting, rocking his back and forth on his feet, waiting for someone to actually approach to talk to him.
So with that, just for flavor, because you guys are in the corridor, I'm going to say that there's a clock that's over the door that you guys are watching. And just slowly, the minutes are ticking by, one after another. And yet, stuck staring at it, going like, "Oh Lord, how much longer is this going to go?" And at an exact half-hour mark, Grog, once again, weird it, and that's when you hear the shuddering. The ship starts vibrating a bit. And because all of you have had some experience with space travel, you are all of you are actual proper guard regiments, but you have traveled on a lot of void ships between worlds and getting deployments, so you're aware of when a ship is coming out of warp space back into real space. And you would also be able to probably recognize when the Geller fields are being lifted and the void shields are, being lifted up, so that the protection is immediately gone. 30 seconds later, there is a loud alarm. Everything turns immediately red. There's a flash. Red alert, red alert, And with this, you're all quite surprised. But after a few more moments, there's a voice that comes over the Voxhailers. It is one that everyone's familiar with to some capacity. It is the voice of the Marshal General, Suzanne Ivanova, who is the Imperial Guardsman in charge of this entire operation, and the entire retaking of the Maldine system. Guardsmen, everyone on red alert. We have jumped into the Maldine system near Mald Secundus. This banner is under attack by the Space Hulk. Repeat, the banner is under attack. All forces march to boarding torpedoes. And with that, there's about another 10 seconds, and all of the officers that you were protecting start filing out. They look, each one of them looks at you, and the particular officer, who is a colonel who is in charge, looks, you heard them, get to the boarding torpedoes. And with that, you all start making your way. Actual important question for this. What is everyone's seating arrangement when you get to the boarding torpedo?
As close to the front as can be managed.
Okay. I'd say same here.
Trying to get Grog into the very front of the boarding torpedo, because he's a big just going to charge out. Yeah.
Also does not like enclosed spaces, so probably wants to be near the door anyway.
Yeah. Mm. Well, this isn't exactly a chimera. I think it's a little bit bigger, but yeah.
It's a little bit bigger, but it's also a little more cramped because they're trying to get as many people as possible into it. Also
gotcha.
Narrower, so.
It's not fun for an Ogren, just the same.
No, it is not. And
he can have solace in one thing, though. The fight has come. And
yeah.
He's about to be in it.
Yep.
And
heads can be smashed.
Smith is definitely, taking his time to, reassure him that it's going to be okay, that, the Emperor's with him, that, he'll get to smash some people soon. All the things that an Ogren wants to hear.
Yeah. I definitely think that will give him a little bit of comfort. He's kind of like, I really don't want to do this, but okay.
Yeah.
There'll be something good at the end.
Yeah, essentially, when you take a child in to give him, into, a doctor's office, and it's like, listen, you do good here, and we'll take you out for ice cream and, all that stuff.
As you guys are marching towards the boarding, there is 5 other Viking-looking fellows. They come up to Skjoldr, and they all salute. Sir, you here?
Oh, good. In. Now.
All right, they hop in. Considering everybody else seems to want to be in the front, do you want to put them, a little further in the back?
Yeah, they'll sit in the very back. They need running room,
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Hey, sir. Berserkers are here for you. They all hop in.
And I am here for you.
Everyone piles into the torpedo. There's a couple more sirens. And then... very, very still, very quiet. As soon as you leave the shaking and the rattling of a ship that had literally just come out of the warp. And that, there's a few minutes of travel in which we will cut to what the other side is doing. With that, Rasp, if you would like to introduce your character for today.
Yes. The camera opens on a dimly lit, industrial-looking corridor. The lights are flickering. There's smoke coming from damaged pipes. There's clearly been fighting here not long ago. Sitting near a makeshift barricade is a group of 6 soldiers. They are wearing carapace-plated vac suits in dark gray, trimmed in gold. They have kind of almost modern pilot helmet-looking helmets, with heavy visors down. And they also have hussar wings, but in place of feathers, they have triangular, jagged chips of metal, particularly in gold. They are equipped with bullpup configured hell guns, a little bit lighter than the standard variant that Smith is using. And a few of them are crouching, facing either direction down the corridor. Another's kind of leaning against the wall back in an alcove. And the rest are just sort of crouched together, and trying to repair a beat-up Vox set. All of their armor has clearly taken hits. Several of the metal shard feathers on their wings have been snapped off in combat. And the one with the most gold on his armor, also the shortest of the group, hits the Vox set one last time, and some lights finally come on. He pauses, cocks his head to the side, and puts a hand up to the side of his helmet near where his ear would be. Proximity alarm. Sector BY. More fething borders.
Anyone else in the area, sir? Oh, please. When was the last time you saw another squad kicker?
It's just us, Bannerman, and we're all that's needed. Move out. They carefully move from their position of cover in the direction of the proximity alarm. One of them, not the sergeant, hefts the Vox set onto their back. And they gather around a wall that faces out into the void, though no sign betrays that, and level their hell guns at the wall.
I'm going to take over here for one little detail that shifts things a little bit. And that is that you get another communication coming over the radio. Like, Jumpmaster Arkhan! Jumpmaster Arkhan! Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Greenskins! Greenskins are trying to do something. They've taken in one of the control rooms. Sector BY, where are you in position?
We were moving up on the proximity alert, sir.
There's a slight pause. Feth, they're getting reinforcements in there. Breach the door. Prepare to breach the door as soon as you can. Over.
Aye, sir.
All right. At this point, if you could, Rasp, give me a luck roll.
All right.
So, for anybody who's watching who doesn't know this, Fantasy Flight uses a D100 system. Basically, your skills and your abilities give you a target that you try to roll under, match or roll under. In this particular case, whenever we call for a luck roll, we roll. Basically, I just say roll a D100, and if it's under a certain level, usually 50-50 or something else as adjusted by me, things happen. So in this case,
85.
This case it's an 85. So
Probably not great.
Yeah, not the best. Okay, it's not the absolute worst though. So, as you guys approach the door, you're flanked. The door to the room you see is flanked on two sides by what appear to be large statues. They seem to be wearing like a style of armor that is reminiscent of an ancient time. Something before, definitely before your lifetime. Something before even the Emperor first set foot on Mald Secundus. All those thousands upon thousands of years ago. Something.
Slight note, I don't think the Emperor ever actually directly landed himself.
Well, depends on who you ask.
Yes.
Some people say he did. Some people said, nah, it was one of the Primarchs.
What are you talking about? He stepped foot on every one of humanity's worlds.
Exactly. So, as you approach these doors, it's currently closed. But as you go to try opening it, there's a loud, deafening sound of the crunching of metal, the skewering of metal on metal, screeching over itself. I'm going to say with an 85, you don't have to make the dodge roll, but right where your hand was about to be, a giant spike suddenly shoots out and plants itself through the door and into the floor. And with that, I'm going to bring everybody over to today's mission map. Can everybody see it? You should be on the right side of the map.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. And so with this, I would like people to roll initiative.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, right. I need that. It would help if I actually pull up their sheets.
Also, I forgot to click
poor
on.
roll for me.
Also, I don't see the initiative tracker.
That would be because I did not click it. There it is.
And I am going to need to be added to it because I did not have my token selected.
Same here.
Okay. All right. Shoot, I actually forget.
I can roll again and just replace it with.
Yeah. That's what we'll do.
Stop! I've already done it.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
you did. All right.
Just put the numbers in.
Yep. Scroll down to the bottom.
There we go.
Hello, Vallis.
Okay.
Your friendly neighborhood secondary GM here to help things roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so wow, really? The commandos will. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they were technically awaiting something. All right. So, as you did declare it earlier, that Grog is going to be in the first, and he would like to hop out as soon as possible. Actually works out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go ahead and put him at the top of the initiative order. All right. So, cut back about a minute before. Everyone in the boarding torpedo, there is a sort of tinny voice of an automated message. 1 minute to impact. Prepare for boarding action. At this, Grog like shuffles closer to the door, like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be ready. As the minute passes, there's another message. 30 seconds to impact. Countdown to impact. Brace. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Slow down.
4,
I can't count that high.
3, 2, 1. Impact. Boom! the drill that's on the front starts boring its way through the side. There is a sudden crash and impact. The front is blown off its hinges, debris going everywhere. There's a cloud of smoke. Fire starts erupting in the distance. And with that, Grog is able to leap out and take his actions.
Oh, by the way, slight adjustment. Corporal Kicker would have been the one that was about to open the door.
Okay.
He is, in fact, the door kicker.
That's fair.
This is accurate.
Yeah. So, this is where we get into something that's a little different from what normally happens in Only War. So, we use the regular, like the advanced sheets on Roll20, which is the program we're using for our virtual tabletop. Shout out. But also with that, so we use the regular sheets. We have all the abilities as usual, but we've abstracted the combat out some so that it was more balanced for squad versus squad combat. So a turn is still basically 2 actions rather than a half turn, full turn, and last roughly a minute. In the case of Grog, because he is such a powerful character, he's not a traditional fire team, which is what the Berserkers will be. But he's essentially like a minor player character. But yeah, having
denoted as a specialist.
Yes. I forget the special terms.
Okay.
But with that turn, oh yes, I also should declare with this you can move, I'd say, 4 tiles in the movement. That's 40 meters.
I think the distance is each hex is 5 meters.
Is it? Oh yes, each hex is 5.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
20 meters is still a good way.
Yeah.
So what is this terrain like?
Okay, so this is basically rubble from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like cover, you could say. The debris here is half cover. This is like 3/4 cover, you could say.
Gotcha.
The spikes are difficult terrain. And okay. This red piece here is technically more of the boarding torpedo that's like a really large chunk that's still in place. You could dive into there and take full cover, but you also wouldn't be able to see anybody or do anything.
Okay. Grog's going to run to here. And
okay.
with the shield kind of over his head, facing, let's just say, the shield's gonna kind of be facing like this direction.
Okay.
So I'd say everything above his torso would be covered by the shield.
Yeah, I would say even with the shield, he's basically still in 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
Anyone who is behind him is in full cover, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And that's Grog's move.
Okay. Next, FeeNighTea.
Would it not go to the commandos? Because the initiative order isn't starting with Grog. Grog was at the top of the initiative order for this round.
GM's call, honestly.
Yeah, I had thought about that. The way I was going to run it was that, but you know, I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That all right, commandos. So, what we see for the enemy xenos that is currently in here are the greenskins, or the orcs, as they are known. What is seen is that there's 2 groups that were kind of milling about. Originally, they had their guns pointed at the door, fully expecting someone to burst through there at any point. What they did not expect was a giant torpedo to jump through, and it flattened a couple of them on the way in. And you just hear from far back here, "What the zoggin' feather you doing back there?" and you see this giant, hulked out orc turn around, bits and bobs of what look to be like. It's hard to say it's technology. It's more like a bunch of scrap that they posted to their arm and to their face and to their side. They've got these like really, really fancy goggles that kind of don't match the rest of the aesthetic, but kind of works. I'm trying to get this computer to friggin' do something. And then he sees a giant Ogren march out. What the hell are you waiting for? Shoot him! And with that, all the others go, oh, shot! Bang, 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 and just start firing wildly. I will give them a shot on Grog. There's this group might get a shot, but they're going to have some major penalties. So let's
be a good old fight.
Standard range, semi-auto, no aim. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Cover, right, that's what it is. Alright. So, they're going to get 2 shots. Nope. And no, they miss. Not that you expect orcs to do any better, but yeah. Alright. With that, we are to the Maldine. Jumpmaster, giant spike just came through the door. One half of the door is definitely pinned in place. The other half you might be able to pry open.
Get that door open. And I think that he's just going to work as best he can to pry the door open.
All right.
Not the strongest character.
I will say, at this you would have 2 options, because this is a door that's kind of like connected into like the central databases and everything. You could try to security against the door, or you could try to physically pull it open. Either one would be
security is a much better role.
Yeah, so you could try to like security to like open one half, but currently the door is locked because a spike just went through it and the automatic system's triggered.
So I am part of the security detail on this station. Can I have a bonus for knowing the proper override codes?
I would say a +10. Yeah. Actually, let me check your character sheet real quick. Maldine. There's a lot of sheets in here, guys.
Are
you rolling this? All right. Are you rolling this as the Jumpmaster or as one of your squad members?
Jumpmaster.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I will give a +10.
Okay.
Woo! 58. All right. Wait.
I don't know why that was target 70. It should have been target 40. I don't know what it did because I hit +10 on a base of 30.
Yeah, so that should have been
30 plus 0 plus 20 minus 20 plus 0 plus 40.
What the heck? I don't know. The +20 minus 20 is just negating the unskilled penalty because it's skill 1. I get where that came from. I don't know how it turned +10 into +40.
Just for the sake of this, try again, because this is computer shenanigans.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, that time it worked.
Yeah, it worked that time.
Okay.
All right.
So what I will say, what degree of, we'll count the second one. So what degree of success? Because I don't know what the heck is going on with the computer there. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time, few more seconds than you would like. But you type in the appropriate codes and the door slides. Well, half of it slides open. The other half as it basically rips through the side. The spike is there, and as you look, I would like you and your squad to give a Common Lore Imperium or Common Lore Imperial Guard.
Tactica Imperialis?
That would work. That would work to this case as well. I will give because you are technically also on a space station. I'll give you a plus 30 for this.
That's a fething Imperial boarding torpedo.
That is not Xenos. That's Imperial. You don't know where it came from or what it's doing here, but thank the Emperor. And with that, you and your fire team, I will say have. I'll say you have 1 action remaining. Your fire team has 2.
I'm gonna get on the Vox with my commander. Command, be aware, proximity alarm was Imperial. I repeat, proximity alarm was Imperial. Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have fething arrived. Boarding torpedo breach confirmed.
Identify... Get in there, identify units. Which of the Mald systems is it from? Which of the PDF groups?
And my fire team is just going to double move.
Right.
And all Maldine have helmet cams that their commanders could be watching, so they'll just see.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're gonna take cover on this rock.
All right. So one of them is able to kind of like peer around the rock and sees a giant Ogren in a uniform that you probably don't immediately recognize. This would definitely be an Imperial Guard. If you would like to identify...
I don't have that on either my character or my squad.
Fair enough. Definitely not Maldine uniform. You could definitely tell that much.
Oh god, it's a pale-skinned orc.
Oh no, not the pale skins!
But our command could hypothetically take a crack at it. They've got live feed.
That's true. That's something that's going on in the background, though. So this is more of a... your characters have to have knowledge.
The characters do not have that knowledge. I don't have Common Lore Guard.
Yeah. All right. So with that, Geirrungson.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I think I will... Let's see. How much movement do I have? Because Ogren tends to be bigger, so...
Same movement.
Same movement? Alright, well,
He just has he has bigger strides, but he's also bigger and bulkier, so he's heavier and moves slower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move up here, and...
Okay.
I'm going to double check to make sure I got the thing right.
I will say, you are currently... So where you're standing right now, because the hex screw is a little weird, you are basically on the edge of difficult terrain. You can pass forward, but that would require an athletics or acrobatics check if you continue moving forward. So if you move this way.
Now I'm going to stay put, and I am going to act as a frontline bulwark, meaning I'm just going to lock my shield in place, facing this way.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, my squad would have voxed out on General Guard frequencies that there was PDF coming up from the other side.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because this is a combat situation. They don't want to show up unannounced into where the unknown guard regiments are storming in.
That's fair.
And then my Berserkers are just going to double move up to here.
Okay. All right. Grog.
Oh, Grog already went, or?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Grog already went. So, FeeNighTea.
All right. What's this red bit here? Is that difficult as well, or is that just art?
That is 100% cover. It's basically a giant chunk of the porting torpedo that blasted off.
It's the front of the torpedo that got blasted clear to open it up for the assault team.
It's half a drill bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only way to advance is through the difficult terrain, then.
The fastest way would be to go through the difficult terrain, or you could take the long way around.
And this stuff is half cover, so it should be vaultable.
Yes, that is also viable, yes.
How far is a normal move? 4?
4 tiles.
What's that make a charge?
12? 10 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12 because it's 3 times movement.
Okay. So I get 24 tiles.
How?
Preternatural speed doubles the charge distance.
There we go.
So, I'm gonna go for the big guy on the console.
All right.
I'm gonna waste no time. I'm going to blitz straight past all these other bullshit orcs and go straight for the big boy.
Okay. And you want to go over the stuff right here?
Yep.
All right. That will be athletics or acrobatics.
How much would it? Can it just cost movement or?
I will say you'll sacrifice one of your actions, so you sacrifice in this case 8 movement. But yeah.
Oh, that'd be a lot to cover that. Okay, I guess I gotta go for athletics then. Because I've only got like 4 spare tiles of movement to make it all the way there. This isn't a grand attempt, though. Ooh. Well, if it feths up, I can just switch targets mid-charge.
That is fair.
Seems it fethed up a bit.
Yeah. You guys aren't staff sergeants, are you?
No, you had us
So y'all don't
specifically a bit lower.
Yep, so y'all don't have your fate yet.
Rank-wise, my character is, but mechanically, no.
So, yeah.
So I've got an effective distance of 16 then, instead of 24.
I was about to say, you can run through that, but that's going to require another athletics or acrobatics.
I've got enough to avoid the fire. I'm going to go for the smaller team on the left then.
All right. They certainly were not expecting this. A perfectly formed Hubie just starts rushing towards them.
There's also
confused.
What the feth was that from one of the heavy bowsprit troopers?
Suddenly,
absolute speed is what it was.
Usain Bolt levels there.
He's like a brick-colored streak or something. I don't know what the song. All right. Because it was a charge action, you still get your melee attack.
Ah, right.
All right, now this is the part where I have to bring up our homebrew and figure out what's the rules again. Holy crap!
Yeah, that'll do her.
Now, the technicality here is this roll is not actually a damaging roll.
Mm-hmm.
This is a takedown maneuver.
Yep.
Which is what I have a talent for, because I'm CNC.
Mm-hmm. Capture and conversion, for those of you not familiar with our homebrew.
Yes.
This is
capture and conversion regiment.
Basically, this is one of the things that we created in the expansion, because there was a lot of stuff that was missing from Fantasy Flight's versions of Only War, even with the expansions. One of the biggest glaring omissions was anything about the aeronautica. In this particular case, though, also based on kind of what Vallis has been playing in our season 1, he decided to create the Capture and Conversion Legion, which is basically you run forward and you do something that is able to immediately convert the enemy to your side to fight for you. It's fun. They may not stick around, but at least in the moment, they're going to fight for you if you succeed.
Okay.
And this is the part where...
Now it's going to be a conversion test, then.
Yes. So, yeah, take down... you don't have the gang up ability, do you?
No. I don't believe I have double team. Let me check.
Oh, yeah, it's double team. Double team's the one.
No, double team's on my my characters that will be seen later in this game.
Yeah, without this guy. Okay. Actually, I don't know. Did I just make the mistake of misgender again?
They're named Fee.
They
F-E-E.
Okay. They. That's what we're done.
Yep, it's they for now.
All right.
Okay, so this is going to convert. This is going to into a conversion test. So do I get any bonuses for a crit on the takedown? Of
that's why I need to double check our rules for the where is it? Beast Tamer conversion. There it is. Let's see. So first off, it is an orc, so it's at -30.
Yep.
Mentality, rated by tiers. How capable they are. I mean, these guys are technically cannon fodder, but they're also a little smarter than the average orc. So I'll put them at a 0 for that. Time is at the moment, so 0. Quality. What quality are your regiment's conversion kits?
Good.
Good. So there's a +5. So you're at -25 right now. I'll say because of the crit. All right. Because of the crit, this could go one of two ways. Either you get bonus to your roll, or you're able to convert all of them at once.
It's at a -25 right now, you said.
It's currently at a -25, yeah.
I'll take the bonus, I think.
Okay, in that case, I will say a bonus of +30. So you roll with a +5 overall.
Net 5, alright.
Yeah, net 5.
Okay. Let's see if I can get me a pet orc.
And so the heresy begins.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I can indeed.
All right. Also, because that is 2 degrees or more than 5 degrees of success, this is not something that we have officially written in the rules, but I feel it'd be fun, at least for this first bit. If I could take over for a moment to describe what happens.
Can I just so the conversion process using the synaptic parasite on the back of the neck. Essentially, this is this entire play out. It's a very fast moment as the siren rushes forth, as Fee rushes out, goes over the debris, deftly skirts around the fire, and jumps into the group of orcs, in which, during the charge, they have their gladius in one hand, their primary melee, as it were, and they reach back to the thing on their neck, which grows a small bone spike that then snaps off when they grab it. And the intent with this thing is if you can lodge it in something's spine, you can ostensibly control it. Take over.
All right. And because you got 6 degrees of success with that roll, the orc that you immediately put the pin in, for lack of a better quick term, immediately switches to your side. But there's another orc in the same group who is so impressed by your speed, who is so impressed that you were able to do that so efficiently, also immediately converts to your side. He is just so impressed. He's like, "Oh, this guy's good. I like this guy.
This guy's better than the boss."
Wow.
All right. with this, I'm going to come into your. You just noticed what you named your fire team. FeeNighTea fans. It's perfect.
Yeah, so here's a fun one. Every single synaptic parasite, which are called the... well, let me just get the full name out for everybody to enjoy here. The Thrinos Saccharine Cognitive Omnifarious Gynandromorph, or the Thrinos S-Cog, or the Thrinos Siren Cogitator. The color of the S-Cog on the back of someone's neck determines a variety of small things of how the S-Cog influences the host. Fee's S-Cog is a peacock color, and so their enthralled victims they refer to as their fans, which, by stroke of luck, is the most appropriate thing ever here, because we picked up an extra one of their own free will.
Yep. Let's see. So they'd get, let's say, 2 ticks in athletics, 1 tick in, not interrogation, intimidate. Good grief. Yeah, we'll give them a parry. That's a pretty good. And then survival? Yeah, they get 1 tick in survival, 1 tick in stealth, because these are commandos. They are special orc boys. All right. Your
I get 2 of them. You got names?
I don't have an orc name generator. We'll call him Bulbert. And Bulbert. And what's another one? Hercule.
Hercule?
Hercule.
Hercule.
Spelled with a K.
Yeah,
Of course.
K-E-W-L.
Hercule. No, that's exactly what he said. That's the guy who willingly came over to your side. Hercule. That's his name.
All right, can you give me their health state lowdown?
Oh gosh, let me double check commandos.
They are big boys.
They are, but they're not. So they have 1 level of armor, 2+ wounded, and an extra injured state.
Yeah.
So armor, wound 1, wound 2, and then they have an injured state.
Yep.
Do they have critical? Or do they just die?
They're like right on the cusp of either one. Make a luck roll.
Sure thing.
Did you get the good ones? It's going to be a 50-50.
Hey.
All right, they get the critical state.
All right. Okie dokie. I'll fill out the token then.
All right, awesome.
At a later date, we might need to discuss how unnatural toughness plays into wound states at a later date.
Oh yeah, that is definitely going to be a discussion we need to have at some point. One thing I will say, again, for people who are more familiar with the system, Only War uses the secondary version of unnatural toughness, with which it's an additive. We don't like that. We went back to the original Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy version 1, or first edition, which it was a multiplier, and felling cancels out your multiplier. All right. Mm-hmm. With that, Jangles, you're up.
Of course, I take a bite right as it's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, so Jangles is going to run up behind where Grog is, and while he's running, he's going to spawn back to the Maldine Hail. This is Corporal Jangle Hammersmith of the 1st Coloradicus Tank Legion. We are from a mix of regiments that are part of the Mald Reclamation Force, or Mald Relief Force. We have come to assist in securing the was it the elevator?
The banner.
Yeah,
the banner.
it is a space elevator named the Banner.
The Banner, right.
Depends on how close you read the report.
He would have, read it very carefully.
He's Coloradicus. They would have.
Mm-hmm. And with that, he's going to tell Grog to, Grog, on my say-so, orient the shield front and start to advance towards them. Okay. Corporal.
By the way, for flavor purposes, I dropped my people's ammo down to 80.
Oh, that's actually very good. Yes. Yeah, we don't track
do
ammo.
it crazier and just roll a D100. How long have you been fighting on the station?
Oh, that's good.
Actually, yeah, I like that. I like that too much.
You could do some very
Is this the amount
scenes.
that has been extended, or is this the amount that is remaining?
Low roll is good, so it's expenditure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give a luck roll. Ooh.
You've been fighting a while. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You get to have a quip of Feth. I'm down to my last mag.
The only problem with that is that these are hell guns. It's a backpack power supply.
Yeah, but well, I mean, even those aren't limited.
Yes, but the
idea that you've used this much of it.
Down to the last mag doesn't work in that context.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else your turn? Holding any actions?
No.
Okay. Then we are back to the top of the round. There is no lair actions or anything. I'm not that cruel yet. Well, with that, the commandos that are over here are really confused as to what just happened. The two remaining. They're just going to open fire on the two that just converted.
Makes sense.
Because they're like, what is that? I thought we had something.
Would they open fire or would they get stuck in?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. They'd use the big knives. They're better at that.
Big knives, or just clubbing them with the butt of their sluggas.
Or
Now they
well,
get nice.
Are they gonna try and pull a boss and do some whackings, knock some sense into them?
Yes, but the thing is, I did actually reveal it in the Commander's Council RP. Oh, by the way, again, in the Discord, we have a free RP channel. Anybody is welcome to join that. It's fun. But yeah, these are actually an offshoot of the Jagged Knife orcs that fight against the Rooks and the Mucin Saphirans a lot. So, Big Knife is the equivalent of smack 'em with a hammer.
Can I try to recognize them?
Yes, you can actually. You would. I would say you wouldn't be able to recognize these guys.
Oh no, not the specific ones, just the group.
Yeah, it might be able to recognize their heraldry or something. Yeah. Make the roll for it while I roll for them. Yeah, they're just going to make 2 attacks.
Just basically be like home lore, the roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be just straight intelligence, probably.
Fair play. All right, straight intelligence roll.
Yep.
Oh. Fee did not pay attention to that bit of the briefing.
Unfortunate.
Going through the upbringing.
Yeah. One of the commandos, though, does get a lucky hit and takes off 1 health state. Roll 1d2 to figure out which one. 2. So that's Hekul.
Poor guy. 1 health state it was?
Yeah, just 1, because only got 1 degree of success, and by 1 point at that.
Wonderful.
I was just rolling to see how much damage had been taken by my people, because if we're going with beaten up, just
Oh yeah,
fair.
Makes sense.
All right, The other guys are going to open. They kind of vaguely have targets now. So they're going to open up with their shooters. These guys got the shooters. So let's see. Is that half? No, it's just under half. Or just over half, I mean. So standard shot. They're not going to take an aim. Who aims? They are going to go semi-auto. Yeah, they are going to go semi-auto, though. So let's see. First shot. They just plings off of the rubble. Second shot. Okay. Second shot pings off of the rubble because it's a little closer. First shots ping off of the ceiling. They're not even trying with that particular one.
If they're shooting at Grog, they would get a +10 because Grog is hulking.
That would
Just
not
FYI.
save their roll.
That would
I
not
know.
save them.
I understand,
that
but just
a good point.
yeah,
Would not have
FYI.
saved them. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, and the leader of this particular group is going to make a roll. He's actually got some skill in this. I forgot I gave him that. But he is interacting with that, so there is a penalty. Yeah, no. Okay. That is the enemy's turn. Jump Master.
All
Sure,
right.
sure.
One moment.
I really love the absurdity of how it must look anytime someone sees the Sirens in action for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I just jumped into a group of orcs and they started fighting each other.
Yeah.
One moment. There. I think that Arkhan just sprints up to join his squad at the rock. That's going to be all of his move. He's just going to advise the Coloradicus that his people are short on ammunition and a little bit beat up.
Okay.
But that they are ready to fight for their home still.
Well, that's
and
good to know.
And then the squad is just going to double move up to the cover.
Congratulations, you passed the litmus test to be PDF. You are willing to fight for your planet.
Was this the lickness test?
Ah!
You'll meet them eventually, fans of the series. You'll meet them eventually.
Yeah, they were fun.
And that's
All
my
right.
turn.
All right. I would say you will also get a message over the radio from command. Confirm. Coloradicus, Einherjari, and Thrinos?
I don't think there was enough. I don't think they were in frame long enough to get a good look.
Well, not here necessarily, but they're relayed to you. Confirmed. These are the ones who are we currently have information on. And the Thrinos is one that's like, we think maybe. Yeah, there's also probably a little bit about how yes, there is a new fleet that just jumped in system. All right, Geirrungson.
Okay, Geirrungson is going to continue his move up and kind of crouching behind his shield to keep the cover.
Okay. That is difficult to raid right there.
Yeah, that's only two tiles, I believe. I'm only going to move the two.
Okay, yeah.
So, let's see. Okay. It's going to be what?
That's what I was going to say. If you do anything else with movement, then you don't have any other actions. But if that's all you're moving, then yeah, you're good.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to keep my shield locked in place. I'll use my action for that. My Berserkers are going to move up here, and we're going to kind of, as we're standing behind our crouched leader here, we're going to try to take a pot shot.
All right.
At
kind
this
of
group.
kind of crouching behind bits of rubble, behind the shield, kind of
just
laying down, take a shot. All right.
Yep. Alrighty.
I will allow it.
Well, this is what 25 I'm at, so this is going to be standard. No, it's 30. Perfect. Still standard.
30. Yep.
It's the max of standard range, but hey, it's still standard. Alrighty. Taking pot shots. It's going to be my turn.
All right. So yeah, unfortunately, they're scrambling up. They're trying to get into position. Not a particularly good angles that they have at the moment. Basically, it's just a couple people got shots off at the orc group that was there. Grog.
Grog is still waiting for Corporal Smith to give him the order to move out. Yeah. Right. So he's gonna hold his action.
Okay. I know it's a movement. Is there anything else tied with that action?
To also keep the shield up.
Okay. Move, keep shield up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and unlike in D&D, we actually allow movement to be a held action.
Yeah.
All right. FeeNighTea. You got 2 new orcs.
Well, Fee's gonna go first and see if I can net another one.
All right.
I'm gonna have to either attempt a physical takedown before the convert, or I'm gonna have to freeze him in place a little bit. So I think it's time to grab the revolver and make a point-blank shot at the leg.
Oh! All right. Yep.
Ow. That would hurt.
Especially with the revolver, I'm pretty sure you picked for this one.
Oh, indeed, my friend. So this is going to be a point-blank called shot, technically. However, because I have takedown, it does say when I'm attempting to perform a stunning action, I don't suffer the penalty to the skill test. Could this be considered a stunning action or no?
Unfortunately, the orc, if you succeed, the orc would still be able to move its upper body and still be able to take actions like that. Its leg would be stuck. So, unfortunately, I don't think this would count as a stunning action.
All right, fair enough. Well, if it gets stuck one way or the other, I can make the test.
Yes.
All right, point blank, called shot. It's not the best it could be, but I have faith.
Apparently that faith was rewarded. Would you like to describe what happens to this orc's foot?
Well, I actually thought ahead for how freezing and frozen works. So first bit, I'll put it in chat here for everyone to look at. Abnolum, by the by, is a fun homebrew concept we came up with to add a freezing weapon variant to a variety of weapon types throughout the game. Abnolum comes in a few versions that we've come up with some fun lore for, but essentially it all takes the idea of freezing the enemy instead of, say, burning the enemy. It doesn't matter, though, when it's so cold it burns.
Details.
Details.
All right. So yeah, that orc's foot is definitely frozen in place.
All right, so I'm going to convert that, or I'm going to attempt to move that into a conversion test.
Okay. So I believe the same stats would apply. By default, it would be a
minus 25. That's what we were doing. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit harder for sure.
Yeah, because you're right. You have the good quality, so that gives the extra +5. So yep.
Oh, guess it's not as hard as I thought.
But it is a success.
Dice are just fire tonight.
Yeah. Let's keep these around.
Oh yeah.
So with that, yeah, the orc, you freeze his leg. The orc is so, and then again, right It's right behind the neck, right? Like
Yep.
right in the spinal cord, or whatever.
Basically, I
Might pass
imagine
for that with an orc.
well, it's feet facing down the orc. There's a quick pull out of the revolver, fires straight down into the foot, which freezes it to the ground, and then it's a movement like water, as Fee just kind of swings around them and jumps to plant a spike in the back of their neck.
Mm-hmm. And despite orc physiology, I think this actually does work. And congratulations, you have a third commando in your group. Oh, that is your token. There's mine. I gotta say, I knew the conversion was going to be fun, but I didn't figure out. I didn't know how fun.
All right, and that's pretty much what Fee can do. So it's going to. There's essentially right after converting this, this commando, which I'm going to need a name for as well.
Oh right. Let's see. This guy. Give me a minute.
All good, all good.
I think. All right, so I've got to do what Rasp does and build like 1,000 name generators for everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be asking for a lot of names generally.
Yeah, I forgot you took that part. Oh, gotta make my job harder.
It's okay. We could take meme names too.
Coral.
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 Karrl.
All right.
Karral.
Karrr. Yeah.
All right.
And yes, maybe there is a reason the orcs have very human-sounding names.
Okay. Now
They are
then.
That's.
I
before we
got to
start, I
roll
want to
the
say-
next bit.
Yep. While you're doing that, the one thing is I forgot to mention about this is the commandos. It's weird because they are definitely orcs, but they seem to be wearing some vague semblance of an actual uniform. They seem to be like actually like employing in giant air quotes tactics. So yeah, there's a very weird group of orcs you're facing down right now.
Okay, so the big difference to note is because I only had 4 degrees of success, Carl is considered a temporary convert at this time. Now, given how orc psychology and stuff works, I may still be able to prove it to Carl that I'm the best boss around. However, I have 3 full turns with Carl before they will shake off the conversion.
All right. Speaking of, you've got 2 others that you can do whatever you want to with, because they haven't acted this turn.
I gotta. Would there be any verbal? No, it wouldn't be. It would just be right after attempting to convert the last one. It would just be like a snap and a point at the last orc standing there, and I'll just let them attack him.
All right.
So
Roll to hit point blank, or
Roll to crump.
actually, yeah.
we
They're
go
all
with crumping.
Yep.
Did you amend the stats to reflect the orcs? Is that?
Yes.
should be.
Yeah. The stats on your sheet are for the orcs, and because Coral is another commando, nothing has changed.
Okay. So just a base weapon skill then, because I obviously don't have their weapons.
Yeah.
Unless you want to just roll a good old crumpin'.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same thing plus 10.
Ah, okay. Plus 10 then.
Yeah.
Roll the crump. Oh, they're not very good at crumping right now.
Oh no, that's a crit fail.
Well, they got fatigue, don't they?
Yeah.
They're gonna
So,
crush the crump.
Two things of note. On the I did mention it earlier, but on the D100 system of Fantasy Flight's Only War games, 1 to 5 is considered a critical success, with natural 1 being a super crit success. 96 to 100 is a critical fail, with 100 being a super crit fail. So 96, that is technically a critical fail in the roll. The other thing is we've omitted a little bit how fatigue works. Basically, you can get free rerolls for your squad or even yourself, but it costs you fatigue. So if you would like to give them some fatigue to try and succeed taking down the last guy in their squad, go for it.
That's what I'll do. They're gonna push them. So they need to prove themselves to the new boss, right?
That's true. They do.
So they want to try and crump real good.
I think they're gonna crump real good.
Yeah, that is a natural one.
As
so
we were just saying.
So you know what I was saying about the fatigue? Yeah, ignore that. They basically just look at the guy, both of them pull out their big knives, and they just smack him upside the head, and the guy just falls over. That's it.
All right. Well, hell, they got another action at this point, then.
Yeah, they still got an action. If you want to move them closer to the other guys, or try to... Oh, sorry.
You X'd the wrong one. All good, all good. No worries. I'll set them apart for you.
Yeah, thank you. That's what happens when they're real close to each other like that. So yeah, if you got a movement or you want them to shoot somebody else, they've still got their other action, so go for it.
Yeah, let's have them attempt to shoot the other orc squad.
Okay.
I know they're gonna have a way worse time with this one. I'm not gonna try and re-roll if this one fails.
Yeah. I guess in this case, straight ballistics, because normal orc shot, assuming semi-auto, is going to be a 28 with the squad I have. 25 is pretty close. So.
Okay, I'll just roll straight then.
Okay. And if you do hit, well, it doesn't matter because it's squad v squad.
Nah. So a whole bunch of orky fire is now aimed at those orcs.
Yep. A couple of sluggers start shooting their way that way. What? What are you doing?
I'm the boss now.
That's your turn, I assume.
Yeah, that'll be the turn.
All right, Corporal Heimerschmidt.
Okay, so Corporal Heimerschmidt's going to say, now, Grog, and Grog is going to... No, let me ask this first. Can he step here and move through this little gap? It's about a meter.
I will say... Yeah, I will say because he is an Ogren, and that's supposed to be like a minimal cover that would be an inconvenience for most people, I'll say he could step over it. Unfortunately, you will have to make an athletics check or acrobatics check to ensure you vault over properly.
What about there's this little space between right in there. Is that?
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Technically, that is a map error, but I will say he's able to step over, no problem. You will need to make a test, but I will give you a lot of bonuses for it.
Okay.
For noticing the map error.
Grog will do that and move to here-ish, and then...
All right.
Let me see here.
Athletics. Let's say athletics or acrobatics with a plus 30.
All right.
Because you can kind of squeeze in and kind of shimmy to the side.
Well.
Ooh. All right. Unfortunately, that will take up. Let's see. You've got 1, 2. So that takes up your movement.
I moved to right here.
Yeah, you'd get to there, and basically you could probably fire from there, but you can't really do much else.
Okay. Then we're gonna say that the facing of Grog's shield is straight ahead still. So,
all right.
Yeah. So I'm
straight up. Okay.
Yeah, straight forward. I'm gonna get there and I can't shoot or anything?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Grog could if he had anything to shoot, but
I mean he does.
Oh, he can take a shot then. Yeah.
All right, he'll shoot his Ripper gun at this group here.
Ooh. All right.
So sniper gun. Full auto, no aim, not short range. All right. Size, so it's +10 because they're all hulking orcs.
Let me double check. I have these commandos as. I have these commandos as. I have them as average, but I'm pretty sure that's a mistake. They should be hulking.
Yeah, they should be hulking. They're like the size of Space Marines.
Yeah.
So I'll just. Oh, that's a fail.
Ooh.
Oh wait, hold on. What is scatter? Scooter.
I believe scatter does things in short or point blank.
I believe you're right.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
okay, so +10 to hit. Yeah. So okay, so it just goes off, and
much like the orc fire coming in, the Ogren fire going out just kind of hits everywhere, but not the target.
Yeah.
It kind of shoots a little. He kind of overcompensates and shoots a little short because he also actually Ogren. He probably doesn't know that if you shoot the hole and it breaks, bad things might happen. But still, it probably kind of like undercompensates a little bit. It's kind of shooting the ground right next to the orcs instead. Unfortunately,
yeah.
He's too busy readjusting himself after he had to climb over everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Make sure to amend your ammo counts.
Yep.
2.
All
right. That is our turn.
All right. So the commandos, they go, oh Zog, and they move here for actual cover, and they're going to what's the biggest threat right now? You know what? They're going to take one shot at Grog, and they're going to take one shot at the Einherjari.
Okay.
Then they
they had their
move.
they had their move. Yeah, they can only take one shot. Einherjari and Coloradicus, give me a luck roll. Highest good shot at.
That Ogren was putting some Daka down towards them.
That's true, but they might respect that.
Oh, fair. They could respect it.
We got an 84 and big loading. Oh, okay.
Grog just taunts them.
Grog just taunts them, so yeah, the commandos will get mad and they will shoot the Ogren. Let's see, these guys had to shoot us. They unfortunately don't get their aim, but you know what? They're really pissed off. They're going to go full auto, which doesn't do anything for their shot, but
actually, I think it hurts their shot. Yeah, that hurts their shot.
Their weapons only have inaccurate. I did a bit of a homebrew, and they removed unreliable for the commandos. So that is not a critical fail. But it is a 95, so yeah, yeah. At this point...
Also, unreliable on orc weapons usually only applies when non-orcs try to use them.
That's true. But yeah, so at this point, the mech boy, who is at the top, who is bent over a console, pressing buttons, trying to figure out what's going on.
He's trying to find
He turns around to look at how the battle's going, sees two of them are now suddenly fighting for the other side. The other guys are cowering behind a rock.
Three are fighting for the other side.
Oh, that's right, three. Three are fighting for the wrong side. The other group has shifted behind a rock like cowards and are shooting at a giant Ogren completely ineffectually. Oh, Zog at this! He just turns around, plants his feet, and he's going to take one shot at Grog and one shot at the Einherjari, because he has both actions still. And he is going to do this with his custom blaster. So he is going to do standard shot, standard range. I'll check that. Like 90% sure it is. Oh yeah, standard range. Yeah. So first shot is to Grog.
Wow.
Second shot towards the Einherjari.
Oh,
That's not good.
that's really not good.
For him.
Yeah.
Well, he has a mech boy, so he does have 1 point of fate, and I think I'm going to use it right now. I wasn't expecting to use it, fate for the orcs, but here we are. I still completely
It's not a point of fate, it's a point of fight.
Foyt.
True.
Point.
It's a foil.
So his first shot basically shoots into the fire that's right here. Kind of dissipates. Doesn't do anything.
It makes the fire turn a pretty color for a second.
Yep.
And that probably satisfies him that shot was successful.
Yeah. Second shot flies over the Einherjari, hits the boarding torpedo behind them, makes a big explosion, does literally nothing other than have some shrapnel and little flecks of metal just kind of fall on the ground harmlessly. Nothing. Gotta love being a Warmaster when you're playing with orcs. Hi. How does Jump Master do it?
Did you just hint the fire?
Yep. He hinted the fire from red to purple. Or
It's so
pinkish.
pretty.
Pinkish.
All right.
That's great. I love it.
The bannermen are going to get into cover. They are going to aim. They are going to single shot. They are at standard range. But they are short on ammo. They need every shot to count. So they are going to fire on the orcs in cover, which is within their standard range. Mech Boy would be long range for them.
Yep.
Because Hellguns don't have great range. Oh, and that should have an additional +10 for hulking.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it's an additional degree of success.
True.
That is true. So yeah. Let's see. So they were taking these guys. Hit location is. Oh wait, which one were you shooting? Sorry,
I was shooting the guys in cover.
Right. Okay. So an 8 is headshot. So they do not get the bonus. They do not get any bonuses to their cover. All right.
I'm going to point this out, even though it works against me. It's flipped to 80, which is right leg.
Oh shoot! That's right. That's right. I read the hit location as the part you were supposed to flip. Yeah. Okay. So we'll say basically the first shot doesn't happen because the extra +10 isn't there because part of it goes into cover. But that said, you do still take out about. Let's see. That's. Yeah, there we go. So a few orcs are like poking their heads up the side. One tries to be brave and run forward, and the Maldine just level them down.
5 shots fired, 4 kills.
Yep.
And even though that was with ammo extraculated, that would technically be conservative fire. I'm gonna spend 2 points because these are hell guns, not normal las guns.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They use.
I don't think they quite push to tier 2, but they'd be kind of like tier 1.5.
Yeah. So you always
I guess
part up.
Yeah.
All right. And what is Arkhan doing?
Arkhan, With one move, can Arkhan get here?
I would say yes. If you want to preserve your movement, you will need to make a... Well, there's a gap there as well. So, athletics or acrobatics plus 30. If you want to continue your move past there.
No. Okay. Going to there, firing from there.
Okay. That's close to allies, I will say. So,
yes.
Be warned.
Just don't crit fail. It's fine.
Yeah.
Standard range, no aim, but I'm leaving the aim on because they're still hulking.
Yep.
I do need to actually switch this over to Arkhan, not the squad, which is a slightly worse ballistic skill. Let's roll this, see how it goes.
41 to 49. All right, that is a success.
And arm from the angle I have would not be covered.
No, it would not. So we will allow one to go through. You know, suddenly these orcs are looking at the other three and thinking, you know, maybe it's not such a bad deal right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just glad that my people have come in and have actually been solidly competent.
Same.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's my turn. I think there's, like, just some call out of, like, aim for such and such. It's a weak point in their armor. Just sort of giving the knowledge of having been fighting these orcs for probably weeks at this point.
Depends
At
on...
least days.
Yeah.
It definitely days of continuous fighting, possibly weeks of sporadic fighting.
Yeah. The banner itself, until very recently, has been well protected and anything hasn't been there. If, however, your troops were stationed pretty much anywhere else on Mald Secundus before...
These troops have been stationed on the banner.
So it's probably only been a couple of days, at best.
But it's been days of continuous fighting.
Yes. Oh, yeah, no, there's been no let-up in that. All right, Geirrungson.
All right, I'm here and aim for such and such a place. I'm going to do that with my axe. Do I have enough movement to get a charge action in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah.
For both?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will say Geirrungson will be able to kind of hop off immediately and run. The Berserkers, athletics or acrobatics with plus 30.
Plus 30, okay.
Because they're on top, but they kind of need... They're still kind of like... When they jump, do they actually land on their feet, or do they kind of get a little wobbly?
Okay. All
It's the difference of hopping. It's the difference of hopping one stair versus 5 feet.
Oh, I think I'm gonna fatigue that.
Yeah, fair.
It's gonna be that sort of session. Good to know.
By the way, over the Maldine comms, there's from Jumpmaster Arkhan a little bit of scolding. I count 6 shots, 5 kills. Dusty, clean up your aim.
All right. So 55 to 40, failure of 2 degrees. I will say they do not get the charge, but they don't lose their movement.
Okay, so we get...
Because it's a failure, but it's not a bad failure. So you can take 2 full movement, or you can take 1 movement.
All right, well, since we didn't lose our movement, I am definitely... let's see... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. The Berserkers are going to move. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. right here, and we're gonna take a shot. I think this is close range.
Yeah, that's definitely close range. Yes.
Alrighty. And we'll just go as standard. Let's see. The combat shotgun has spray, doesn't it?
Scatter. Yes.
Scatter. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
And that is exactly what you needed.
Oh, great. Well, I'm still going to complete my charge and just to see, because why not?
All right.
They're dead.
Do you decapitate one like a cool guy? You absolutely do if you want.
Yes. And does he have a knife on him?
Oh yeah. Every single commando would carry at least one big knife.
Okay. Well, I'm taking that big knife as a trophy.
All right.
So, it's more like a sword to you.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically imagine like machete.
Perfect.
But the handle has like a kind of like not the cross guard, but like the knuckle guard. It's got like a couple of little spikes on the side of it.
Yeah. Like as big as the Einherjari are, this is like big for them.
This is roughly the same size as
my great axe.
Not quite that big, but I'd say at least FeeNighTea's Gladius. Because this is a knife.
This is a knife.
This isn't a sword. It's a knife. This isn't a sword. It's a knife. Look at this little tiny knife.
Yeah.
All right.
It's mine now.
All right. Awesome. I will send you the stats for that in a moment. Grog.
If Grog had seen that takedown, he would have both been like impressed and a little sad that he didn't get to join in. But he's like, looking through the little viewport on his shield.
Yeah, he would have. Unfortunately, I don't think he would have a good.
He still thinks they're alive behind that rock.
Yeah. So he's going to move up diagonally to about here. There's a half move.
All right.
Same facing, straight ahead.
Yep.
And there you go. And he's going to call the mech boy a nerd.
Would Grog like to intimidate or?
It's like an insult check, basically.
Yeah. Let's see.
I guess you could say it's intimidate, but it's flavored as more of the.
It's flavored as a taunt rather than try to get somebody to do what you want or scare them. Yeah.
Sure.
With the orcs, it would definitely be like a strength-based intimidate.
Yeah.
Okay. Any bonuses to this?
Let me make a roll behind the screen to see if. Let me make a roll behind the scenes to see how well the mech boy takes it. Yeah, sure, plus 10.
All right.
All right. This will have ramifications on the mech boy's turn, assuming he lives that long. That's Grog's turn?
Yes, that's his turn.
All right. FeeNighTea. Does the mech boy survive that long?
I'm going to charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to preface this with, the boys are going to charge behind me. All
right.
Not to engage, because that's not the orc culture. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They're just charging to follow along, and they're all chanting, boss, 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 boss. And so Fee is going to charge forth and basically shout, Come here, green gear.
Out of character, regardless of what happens, B is going to get a boss pull. Regardless of what happens.
Yes. Boss pull.
The Coloradicus will hate it, but yeah, they're getting a boss pull.
6 degrees of success. Pretty darn good.
So the Grog's whip, a nice serrated metal whip, but ours is special because it's shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So first, though, is the damage. Let's see if we get anything.
11 pin 0. Mech boy armor equipment. Hit body, so 7 plus toughness. They got the unnatural, right?
They should
they
have
got-
like unnatural, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they got-
don't think this goes through.
Yeah,
Come on, give me one.
Unfortunately, no. With the because they do have the natural toughness. Yeah, unfortunately, you're like 1 short.
That's literally the highest I can roll with it. It's impossible for me to damage them then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
primitive.
also body, though. That was the thickest armor, probably.
Oh yeah, no. If it had been, oh no, actually his legs are more. That's only because no wait, no yeah, body is the thickest.
Oh,
I forgot.
okay.
Yes, he's replaced his legs. Yeah. Unfortunate. Shocking has to go. You have to do damage to go through, right?
1 point.
Yeah.
And then the shocking goes through.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's the damn primitive stat. It's so annoying.
Mm.
'Cause technically I rolled 8 and 9 there, but can only count as a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. We may rebalance that later, but we'll see how it goes. All right. If you want to move your group
Oh,
up
yeah,
as well.
of course.
Yeah.
I will say that usually adding qualities like shocking does remove primitive.
Well, actually, that's fair.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Because it's modified. Then it's it's a technological thing. It ain't primitive.
Yeah.
Could I
Like,
make a reroll and just see anyway? I could roll lower for all I know. I could remove the primitive and give it a try.
You know what? Sure. Yeah.
This is our playtest session. This is our prologue.
Yeah.
was the
Okay.
same roll.
It was. in
It
fact.
is the same roll.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, with that, let's see. Double checking my math. Oh, that's the commando. Never mind. Mech boy. Yeah, you would do 2 points of damage.
All right. That means shocking takes effect, which means he needs to make a toughness test.
Yep. All right.
It
Straight
still
toughness.
could net me nothing, basically, here, but I like the idea that I've got a shot.
Yep. And he was wounded already to begin with a bit, so. But what? No modifiers to the shocking?
No modifiers for a shocking value 1.
All right. Straight toughness test.
He fails by 1 degree.
Okay,
right.
then.
That is stunned for rounds equal to degrees of failure.
All right. So I'm
Can
going to flavor
we-
this.
Okay.
I'm going to flavor this slightly kind of bad in a way, but the whip wraps around his torso, and he's like, "You think that's going to do anything to me?" And then the shock takes into effect, and basically, it hits what is kind of the equivalent of this mech boy's pacemaker, and oh dear God, that hurt. You basically go. All right. So that is.
Could we drop the initiative? That's room secure.
Yeah, that is room secure.
Is that good enough to earn the loyalty of the boy who was not permanently converted?
Roll, Vallis.
Yes.
Roll luck 50-50, because on the one hand, you just took down his boss, but on the other hand, he is still an orc.
Fair.
So 50-50 luck roll if that worked.
No.
No,
So he'll snap out of it, and the other boys will tear him up.
I will say for flavor, that's just what happens. Is basically he sees the mech boy goes down. He's like, "Oh, boss, boy, no!" And he starts he pulls out his big knife and he starts swinging wildly. No! And the other three just kind of wail on him until he is a goopy mess of fungus. All right, with that we are out of turn order, out of initiative.
Yeah, Smith's gonna shoot the downed orc boss.
Hey, I'm not done with him.
No, I know, but okay. This is how I'm playing this, just so there's no confusion. And this people listening, this might be a little meta, but I think it's important that we talk through certain things like this. At least for session 0.
Yeah.
As much as the Coloradicus would be briefed on the sirens, I think seeing a orc boss or a mech boy just drop, Smith would be like, okay, he's down. I'm gonna finish him off right now, unless he receives clear orders to the contrary.
I mean, I think it's more just a matter that's we downed him, and you're still basically just outside the lander.
Yeah, so
I feel like I'm gonna have time. I mean, if you're sprinting up, assumedly being the one who's going to finish him off, there's a lot of other troops that are approaching at this point.
No, I'm gonna shoot him with my.
Oh, just from all the way back there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then take your shot.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking what Vallis was going to do is you're going to walk up and execute him, and I'm like, he's got time to say something. I will say, Vallis, this is a very big prize, but it also kind of makes sense of character that somebody else is going to say yeah, no, I see he's down. I just take the shot.
Yeah, no, of course,
yeah.
Of course.
So you're cool with that?
Yeah, no, he could take the shot.
Okay, in that case, then yes, because no one would have time to tell you not to take the shot. So, roll to hit.
This is our opportunity to say whether or not I have time to take the shot, or whether Vallis's character.
You could take the shot. I'll just have my characters react after it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
it will probably also be you take the first shot, and if you miss, people will start saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." But you only get the one shot to hit. And plus, you got to do enough damage if you hit. You might. You never know.
I'm going to say it's also plus 30 because he's helpless.
That is the standard helpless bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. He definitely is helpless. I was going to say, but there is a minus... Well, there might be a minus to distance. I don't know how you're...
Is there a prone thing?
There is, but...
Is he prone?
It's built in.
Prone is assuming that you're prone, but still a reactive target.
Yeah.
Helpless assumes you're prone, but you're not able to react.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you are completely helpless and prone, is the exact same as if you're completely helpless and standing perfectly still in place.
It would actually be
basically included.
It would actually be a plus 40 because of size as well. But okay.
Yes, you get the plus 10 for hulking. Is there a distance?
I already put that in. It would be a minus 10 because it's 5 meters over. Yeah, so
that's what I was thinking. So you may take one shot. Holy crap!
I semi-autoed.
All right. Roll how many damages you get? Max 3. All right.
3, yeah.
Roll 3 damages.
So, and this is pen. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, I think he's probably alive.
Probably barely, but yes. Why? Oh, that's why. Wrong marker.
You get an envious look from the Maldine that you're still using ammunition for execution attacks.
We should still had ammo.
So this is again, and for those listening, you know, this is why we talk things out. In my mind, this is how it would go down. Vallis's character would shock and stun the orc. Then, like as he's like, I guess writhing on the ground a little bit. Smith would raise his lasgun and put 3 into him. So it would almost be like.
I've got this picture in my head. It doesn't quite line up with yours, I think, but I literally got this picture of the whip releases. He's just writhing on the ground, and my person's literally like leaning forward with like blade in hand, and Smith just goes to execute from the back.
Again, I don't think. I understand what you're saying, but I think he in Smith's mind. It wouldn't quite be execution. Like it would like he's still a threat.
Right? No, I get that.
Yeah.
You are playing the Coloradicus as the Coloradicus are known. I am fully aware of this. Yeah. I take no offense to this. My character will, though, and that's just how it's gonna be.
Okay. Yeah. Already off to a good start.
Yeah. Basically, the Coloradicus is saying, "Oh, here's our opportunity to get rid of the threat," and because the split second before, the Thrinos was saying, "Oh, look, we've got our new capture."
Yeah,
it's like that split second difference between the two. It's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Simultaneous action.
That being said, based on where the damages would have gone, the mech boy is hurt severely, but still alive.
I figured.
I have a question.
Just better. Yeah.
I have a question that can go after Paul does, or after Vallis does his thing. But yeah, Vallis can finish whatever freaky shit he's doing.
All right.
So I can do a non-combat convert now.
Yes, we are out of combat time. That being said, there is someone who is taking another shot, who is taking an aim at the orc that you just captured. Would you like to make a note like, hey, you know?
I believe the Sirens hate having to talk to allies about this shit. It happens every frickin' time. But this is the phrase that has worked the most, so logically it will work here.
All right.
This one is mine.
Okay.
All right.
It's as simple as it gets, because any other regiment that says that is about to execute the fucking thing.
Smith will check his. He will not pull the trigger, and instead he will consolidate up to Grog, and just be like, okay, well, I mean that is logical. They're the closest.
All right.
And since I presume an out of combat conversion takes some time, I would like to do my thing.
Yes. Go ahead.
If my people splice their power packs into the control room's power supply, how much can they recharge?
Roll.
I'm more than happy to roll tech use for this.
Roll tech use first to see if you can.
I guess that would be from the squad, because I don't have tech use on my character.
Possible counterpoint. Assuming this isn't a warp fuckery fire, there is a fire.
They're not... Reminder, their power packs are backpack mounted. They're not putting those in the fire.
I thought it was... Oh, okay.
They have hotshot las guns with backpack mounted power supply.
Right, no, I thought the hotshot worked on the same principles, even with the backpack.
It does, but...
It does, but they're not making their backpacks potentially unstable.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very different.
Off the backpack, all right? They want to be able to still use the backpack part.
For the record, yes, that is just a regular normal fire. It just happens to be purple because an orc shot it.
Fair enough.
You know?
And an orc caused it to bleed purple. So, yes. Tech use.
Any bonuses for the fact that they've been working on this station for probably years, and that they've been probably siphoning power for a few days now because they haven't had a real chance to resupply in a long time.
Unfortunately, this console isn't really set up for that kind of stuff. You might be able, like I said, you could use tech use to pull it off, but you may not be able to get anything, may not be able to get a lot out of it. So, maybe... You know, I will say a +5 for the potential that somebody in your group has done something that, if a tech priest saw them, they would raise a mechanical eyebrow and say, "Stop that."
Yeah. I think in particular this fails because they're trying to avoid power to the critical consoles, because this control room was their objective, and all the non-critical consoles have already sort of lost power at this point.
Yep.
And they don't want to cut into the emergency power to the critical consoles.
Yep.
I think...
While you're there, I would like everyone, all the Maldine at least, because you're actually looking at the consoles, give an awareness test. Just flat.
Sure. That's a thing I have all right in. Arkhan, what's your awareness? Your awareness is actually really damn good for a Maldine.
Okay. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a minute. Anybody have anything else they'd like to take care of?
You know,
I know I interrupted you, so...
There's a fire, and we're in space. We probably want to get that put out. So my team is going to put it out.
All right. I will say, for the sake of narrative convenience, if nothing else, there are fire extinguishers around the area. You can easily grab one and put it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Let me move to. Actually, no, I don't need to. We can just do this. Yep. Just about to hit the delete key. There we go. All right.
Okay. So, it's time to try and convert, then. And this can fail like any other. It's just the special thing here is any amount of successes is a permanent convert, because it's an out-of-combat convert. In fact, I think this one has even more penalties, given the slightly higher intelligence of this being. Or willpower, perhaps. Maybe intelligence is the wrong word.
Yeah, so... let me bring up the thing again.
Would it be a specialist, squad leader, platoon leader?
Let me double check the list real quick. So orc is -30. In this case, mech boys are pretty up there, so they'd be at least squad leader. So
okay,
yeah,
God, that's gonna be a -45 then at this time.
And longer you have.
No, we originally ruled it the longer you take, the harder it is, but you suggested to reverse that, whereas we could take longer to mitigate penalties.
Yeah.
We never came up with those exact numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to do that another time.
Likely. Yeah, but I will say time in this case, you only have a few minutes to see how effective it is, but at the same time, there's no real difference.
Can I try to roll something to get a bonus on it.
What would that be?
Can I crump him?
You know what? Sure.
It's the orc
He
way.
he is still conscious. So.
All right, I'm just gonna roll base weapon skill. See if I can net any successes on that to help mitigate the penalties. Oh, you cursed thing!
Unfortunately, no, you do not get any additional bonuses. You smack him in the face, and unfortunately, he just laughs.
I feel like it's not quite a laugh. I think it's just gritted grunt.
You call that a zombie hit? There were no zombie hit.
All right, this is a real Hail Mary test here. All right. All right, he dies. We kill him.
Yep. All right.
Can't break his will. We break his face. Tear his flesh. Rend him apart. At least got a couple fans out of it. Fee's pretty happy about that, at least. But, you know, fame in the Sirens for getting the big important targets.
Yep. Unfortunate, but, you know what? That's what happens sometimes.
I'm just trying to think. And by the way, in the background, there's chatter between the Maldine, and I think Bouncy is the one that knows tech. And Bouncy just kind of looks to the others and says, "This panel's running on emergency power. We can't get anything out of this without compromising the remaining consoles." And then there's just kind of mumbled swearing all around.
Just imagine. It's all right, boss. You'll get him next time. You crump real good, boss. We believe in you.
And what does that awareness get me?
That gets you a message that is being displayed on the console. You're not entirely sure what exactly it's saying, because actually there's one other detail. Anyone here speak High Gothic?
Yes.
Hold on, I think I actually do.
We speak Tech Lingua.
I can guarantee you that
I do speak.
I also speak High Gothic.
All right.
Cole is not thinking to ask the others, just making sure that the screen is squarely in view of the helmet cam and say, "Command, you getting this? Some message on this console. I can't read it."
All right. One moment while I actually put this in the translator, which is what I should have done before. All right. There is Latin. There it is.
Where? Oh. So I've got
yeah. So one moment as I type this up real quick. All right. So what most people will see is this. Those of you with High Gothic, you may make a roll based on that. And I'm going to be generous with this one and say flat.
That's not Grog, by the way. That's
Okay. Both of you get the translation. It is a weird variant of High Gothic.
Oh, no wonder.
It seems like everybody knows what High Gothic is, but this seems like it's even more elaborate, if that's possible. Very weird. but this is the translation that you get from that. And the message is displaying on the console very steadily, but then every so often, about every 20 seconds, it seems almost on the exact time, it seems to repeat the message. It like clears it and then puts the same thing back. And then clears it, puts it back.
Corporal Smith is going to walk up to the console and use tech use.
All right, you may use tech use.
Where is he? He's gonna go
Arkhan is gonna step back.
Flat.
In this case, actually, -10.
Could my fire team assist?
Yes, they can. That will remove the penalty.
Okay. Bouncy just sort of comes up next to you and starts walking you through the controls.
Perfect. So let's try and get that. I'm gonna spend fatigue to not get a natural 100.
That is fair. Otherwise, you would have did what I almost did today and punch a hole through the console.
Let me just see something. I'm gonna spend another fatigue.
All right.
By the way, for those who are listening, what we said is you're allowed to spend as much fatigue as you want to accomplish something before you pass out.
Yeah. The negative penalties occur after the roll is resolved, but you can do that as many times up to your threshold, at which point you pass out. And usually that's in a battlefield context, so you're out for a few rounds of combat, if not the entire rest of it.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. So what exactly are you trying to do with this tech use test?
I'm trying to get it to read out completely and to get more information about what it means.
Okay. With the 10?
What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
All right. With a 10, you will get the full message, and I'll go ahead and just put the full translation because you're able to figure out enough that you could probably read the extra bits.
And if you can't, I did roll a 4, so...
Yeah.
Bouncy is, by the way, moving constantly.
Hence the name.
Yep.
And also, for those of you listening, yes, a stormtrooper used tech use while the quote-unquote tech priest did not. And the
to be
barbarian fair, kind of has a better high gothic score than the stormtrooper who's from a Skull of Virginium.
Look, it was
this.
Sorry,
this is what's happening tonight.
It was a transfer program, to be honest. He's studying abroad for a while.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, Vallis, but I feel like the Sirens are less tech priest and more Mechanicus aligned soldiers.
We are fully in service of the Omnissiah, but that does not mean we are trained to all be tech priests.
Exactly.
Some of our Sirens are better than others at tech use, for sure. That's a thing. Some of them took that extracurricular, but for the most of them, they just took the philosophies of serving the Omnissiah, not the rites of it.
So yeah, and the Viking has better better knowledge of Latin than the guy who grew up speaking it. But yeah. So this is the translation of what you see. As for its purpose, unfortunately, you're not entirely sure, but it appears to be some sort of... the machine spirit seems to be repeating it. And you're not entirely sure for what reason. And maybe it was like the last protocol, and maybe it was some message someone had typed in and left on loop. But yeah.
Okay. Smith is going to look to the Maldine and say, does this make any sense to you whatsoever? Or he's going to tell him, obviously, what the translation is, and then he'll ask, does this make any sense to you or whoever you're talking to?
Does it make sense to me? Looks to the squad, they all shake their heads. If Command wants to chime in here, they can, because this is all being broadcast back.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Command would chime in. I have no idea. I've never seen any message like that from the system. It sometimes comes up with weird messages, but I've never seen one like this about destruction and eruptions.
With my...
We'll get a team on that. In the meantime, status report on your squads.
Charge remaining for our las guns is around 23%. He looks around at all 6 of them. All of our armor has seen better days, but we're intact.
Good. Allies?
Fresh-faced and ready to fight, from what I can tell.
Perfect.
Do you notice the orcs that just are walking alongside the siren?
Yes, that is not commented on, but is definitely noticed.
Okay.
All right. We've heard messages from the fleet that has come in to relieve us. Turns out there's multiple other regiments on this group. There's apparently... yeah. So, we have a message for you specifically, though. Don't worry about your ammo. You'll be able to get a refit pretty soon. Two floors below you, there's a armament for one of our naval detachments. They're currently under siege by other forces. If you could, Rasp, give me a luck roll. This is going to be This is going to be what you have encountered so far, because you know orcs have been on the station, but you don't know what else may be on there.
Have I been fighting anything other than orcs, basically?
Exactly. Ooh, all right. We found more of the cultists.
Which cult?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The red ones with the fire sword, chaos.
Arch enemy probably would be how it would be.
Arch enemy, yeah, fair. Yeah. The arch enemy forces, they have some of our contingent pinned down. Need you to go rescue them.
I think that the last time they went up against arch enemy forces, they lost someone, because this is a squad of 6. They're definitely down people.
All right. You and the allies that you got with you, all head down.
I have this picture in my head that the sirens have actually just been slowly walking out of the room this whole time. It's been meandering. It's like, oh, I'm not staying here. There's still places to be, things to secure.
By the way, I have went through and added demeanors for all of my squad.
All right, so let me pull this up real quick. Yeah. Okay. And
Kicker was definitely not the original corporal. Kicker was a field promotion. Also, not technically a corporal, technically a lead bowman.
On hearing that we got more fighting to do, Grog's like, hopefully we get into a real scrap.
here's open. All right. So with that, I suppose everyone begins to make their way down?
Yep.
All right, excellent. Actually, other side of the map, Vallis.
Ah, darn. All good.
Actually, wait. No, right. If you're coming the other direction, that would be right. So you're in the right place. Yes, yeah, we're good.
I thought so.
My mistake. Yeah. No, I had to follow the spiral staircases, make sure I was going the right direction. Okay.
So, Paul, any bonuses, even though I don't have a tick in Archaeotech?
Yeah. I don't know if there'd be necessarily any bonuses. Is there a particular type of heresy that you want to make sure this isn't, that you may have?
I don't have any forbidden lores on this character.
Okay. In that case, I'd say probably a intelligence minus. Let's say flat intelligence. This is more of a what does your gut say?
All right.
This is more of a what does your gut say? Is this heresy or not?
Yeah, my gut doesn't say anything. It's a bit suffering from some indigestion.
Yeah. It's like you have no idea whether or not that's heresy or not. Maybe not. Possibly not. All right. So, with this, your squads start making their way back down. You're able to be guided very easily, thanks to the Jumpmaster Arkhan and his squad, having basically just come from there not too long ago. After a few minutes, you do not encounter anything else. Give me an awareness rolls. Let's just say player characters to speed us along.
Okay. Just flats?
Yeah, just flat. Ooh, all right.
The ones who know the place best.
That makes sense, to be fair.
So most people don't notice like anything in particular. Okay. Jangles able to as well.
Ready for this?
Clearly, it's something on this side, because both the groups that went this way noticed.
Yeah. So, basically, the halls are eerily quiet in some places. Jumpmaster Arkhan, you and your squad would definitely notice that there's usually kind of like some of the kind of like those little weird computery sounds that happen. Especially what I'm thinking, imagine in my head exactly is in KOTOR 1 and 2 when you're on like
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that sound.
Yeah.
That sound is exactly what's happening.
What's not happening?
Yes,
specifically.
Usually that's there. This time it's not.
Arkhan will just vox to the rest of his squad, make sure everybody checks their suit seals. Because typically when you're in a space vessel of any kind, cessation of noise is a bad thing.
All right. Let's see. And Corporal Bojangles. You don't necessarily notice what's missing, but you can tell it's a lot quieter than you would think it would be. You'd expect to hear something. The things are It basically, for your side, it's quiet. Too quiet. Right?
Also,
And
by the way,
what?
unless the Maldine are directly talking to you, they are completely silent. Kind of similarly to the Sirens.
You'll notice the orcs have also become pretty freaking quiet.
With that success, would Smith be smart enough to, like, you know, make sure that his vacuum suit is sealed and on?
I'd say, considering that you guys are Scholar Virginia, and even though you're ground troops and you're like raised in the void or anything, you might have a slight paranoia about ensuring that sort of thing. And if you would probably know from just learning about it that, like, yeah, that might mean that there's a hole somewhere. Double check everything.
Okay. In that case, I know this is like narrative, but Smith would spend quote unquote a full action, so 6 seconds, making sure that everything's sealed and zipped up, and he would do the same thing for Grog.
Yeah. I'll say you get to the stairs at one floor. That's when you kind of notice everything's really quiet. You just kind of stop at the top and go like, just kind of pat yourself down, turn to Grog, turn him around, make sure everything's good.
The Maldine troops are doing these same checks, but they're not breaking stride to do it. They have been serving on the banner for years, even the ones that are not bannermen born.
All right. And with that, you guys come down to the appropriate level. Now, down here, it's muffled, but you can hear things again. What you hear specifically... And it seems to be coming. It seems to be coming from here. So, there are 2 doors in front of you. Both are currently locked.
We redoing initiative?
Yes, actually. Initiative would be good. So everybody roll for initiative.
All right.
Make sure to click your deals.
Yep.
Arkhan is going to kneel down next to his door and get ready to override the door the same way he overrode the door up top.
All right. Let's see.
Which probably explains the low initiative, because that takes a little bit of setup.
Yep.
Oh, are these doors even locked?
That is what Paul said, and would
Yes.
probably be something that my people at least would be aware of.
Oh, damn it.
So you're going to be attempting to unlock the door, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So they are actually
want to wait?
7.
And I am specifically unlocking the door on my side. If you're going through the other side, then you're figuring out how to get your own door open.
All right.
Can we do the door breaching simultaneously, even though the initiative is not part of it?
Yes, you can, because initiative starts when one of the doors opens.
Okay. I'm going to use my lock melter.
Okay.
I'm going to stand behind Jumpmaster Arkham with the what's it called?
You gave me a +10 last time, right?
Yes.
Could I argue higher, because this door is not fethed up like the door up top was?
I'll give you an extra +5.
All right.
Yeah. So while Arkham does that, well, don't need to.
Well, what are we going to do? Might help in some way.
He was just going to stand by with his las cutter.
Ah, okay. All right.
So the orcs are going to stack up on one side of the door. Like actually appear to tactically stack up like a proper breaching force.
Yes.
Funny enough, they seem more natural at that than an orc should.
I know about that. And
like,
Fee
it's
is
not
just going to... Okay, go on.
I'll say, even you are surprised how efficient they are with that. Because you're like, really? Huh.
And for Fee's side of the door, it's literally as simple as walks forward, unholsters the revolver, and they reach for a little thing. It's about the size of a flashlight on the underbarrel mount, and they grab a portion of it and pull it back and slide a cartridge out of their gauntlet and push it into it, twist it, and then just point it at the lock. And when they fire, it basically is a mini melta shoots through the lock.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle.
Yeah.
I assume
there's fighting on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that you're stacked up against the wall behind me, not actually out in the open space behind me.
Grog is like right up against the
Grog,
door.
yes, but I figure that Smith is stacked up for the breach.
Yeah, kind of offset to Grog.
Okay. So he's kind of more like here-ish. There's
No, like here.
Well, I'd say technically he's like here behind, but like, you know, space gets weird with the hexes and everything's 5 meters, but really he's like, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, yes, you're stacked up. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Open the doors.
Yes, please open the doors. And I will add the other group to the initiative.
By the way, resort the initiative because the Einherjari should be at the top.
They are.
Or rather, on par with Smith. I don't know who has the better agility.
Actually, yeah, that is a good question. Who has a higher agility?
I think I do.
I got a bonus. I got a agility score of 28. So.
Yeah, I've got a 34.
All right then. Jangles will go first. Yeah, there we go. All right, and these guys get to also roll. Time. I'm going to say they go after Grog.
Yeah, because it's usually player after NPC. Or NPC after player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Grog will say 9.5.
Well, crap. Really wish Grog was first here. Oh, well.
Oh, well. I mean, you can always hold action.
Because
you will still go before the Maldine.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
All right. All right. So, what action are you holding?
Actually, what can I see?
So you can see partway into the room. The back is in darkness for the most part. You can't see a whole heck of a lot. You know that there's definitely firing coming from them, and what you can see from the doorway is that there are 2 groups of people in what appear to be some form of Imperial Navy uniform.
Gotcha. Can I so I can barely...
They're also peeking out behind like lockers and behind benches, taking shots down the hallway.
Okay, so I can barely make out this token over here.
You should be able to barely make out that token, yes.
Okay.
Would my photo visors let my people see further?
Yes. You can see... you can't see quite to the far back wall, but you can see a couple of other groups.
Okay, so what Smith's going to do is he's going to hold action until Grog's turn, and then he's going to advance behind Grog and take snapshots at targets of opportunity.
Okay.
There you
go. Okay, so we're breaching and clearing, right?
Yep, It has been breached, now clear.
Alrighty. Let's move up. I'll move up next to our friendly neighborhood naval support here. And I'm going to hunker down with and lock my shield into place again.
All right. One of the naval oarsmen who's right there. Oh, thank the God Emperor! Reinforcements! We've been pinned down. They keep coming out of the back.
And then the Berserkers
There you go, Rasp.
are going to move in and try to take whatever cover they can back behind here as well.
Right.
And
so right here is lockers, and right here is a weapons locker.
Right, here's a weapons locker.
Yeah, so there's some space behind there that they can take a little bit of cover.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a little bit of cover we can.
Oh, you improved my vision.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Oh.
What did you say? Here you go about.
Speaking of which, do my Presence goggles help me see anything back here at all?
Presence is the equivalent of heat seeking, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. I'll say you don't have as clear of a vision, but you will be able to see this group and the group that's over here as well. So, Vallis, if you want to set them to the same vision as the Maldine,
Okay.
they might be able to see something that's a little further back.
Okay. That's...
I also have
Yeah,
what are they called?
okay. So that was 4 meters there from where I was, right? It's like 1. Yeah, that's 4. Can I get up to? No. That's right in open cover there. I don't like that. All right. I am going to hold the Einherjari. Actually, no. They're just going to half aim.
Oh, okay. All right. Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just realized that I have photovisors and Auspex scanners. Auspex / scanner. So I probably have pretty good vision.
So yeah, are the Thrinos the only ones that don't have anything that would enhance vision in darkness?
Aside from really good eyes.
Yeah.
It's D&D all over again. Everybody but the human gets dark vision.
Oh yeah, call me the human. Sure.
I mean, you're the only one in the party without dark vision, so for the purposes of that analogy, yes.
Also, you're supposed to be the supreme human anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly.
So, Grog's gonna move up there, shield locked in front.
Yep.
Does Smith see any targets to shoot at with his Auspex and scanner?
Definitely see this one right here. Probably be able to see the large group over here as well. At least a few. Okay.
Do I see the naval support exchanging fire with this group?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Basically, a couple of them are leading out the side, taking some shots, and leading back in. They're doing the FPS thing.
Gotcha. The jiggle peak.
Yep.
Also, for those who are listening, jiggle peaks are for wusses. All right. Anyhow, he's gonna shoot.
Take the shot.
No aim.
And these are just regular, the regular human cultists. So
yeah, so no
average size.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Misses.
Unfortunately, you hit the bench right behind them, but they duck just in time.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right. Anything else for Grog's turn?
Excited noises that he gets to crump someone, or that's the orc's word. Smash something.
Smash. Yeah. All right. Naval support.
How's that look, Einherjari?
That looks pretty good.
All right. Your presence.
Yes,
Works.
Thank you.
All right. So naval support. They're going to take their shot. They don't get to aim. There is cover between them.
By the way, that luck roll was, do I recognize this Navy group? And the answer is no.
Unfortunately, this particular group is trying to shoot these guys as well. that they can see. Everybody just keeps ducking it back and forth. This group, they're actually going to take an A. Actually, I don't know if they have the range. Yeah, they're at long range, unfortunately.
What do they have?
Combat shotguns.
Oh yeah, that's 30, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cover to cover. Move up.
Yeah. Ooh. Unfortunately, they get a jam.
Row.
That should that should be 40 because I was going to give them the aim. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still 97, and these guys don't have fate. So you know what though? They do have fatigue, and it would make sense that they'd have some at this point. So yeah, let's do this. That's just cruel.
It's better.
But they're going to push.
Jam.
Four. There we go. Finally, it took 4 points of fatigue for that. But they finally were able to blast this last guy away. Bleh. All right. It is now the Chaos Cultist turn. And you just hear, roar! This group is going to keep doing what everybody else has been doing and peek around the side. These guys, they're going to use one of each. So first, the last carbine. Fail. And stub auto. Also a fail. Yeah. This is a very intense firefights happening right over here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Like that scene out of Naked Gun.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So everybody sees some movement in the corner here. I am muting this. Server for an hour. It's ridiculous. All right. Most people will see movement, and wherever this one trooper went down, some more replace him. Or sorry, this one cultist went down. More replace, and that is the cultist's turn. FeeNighTea, you're up.
Well. You know what time it is? Time to charge a very absurd distance forward and tackle somebody.
All right.
Why is one group glowy and the other group not glowy?
I'll fix
Prey
that.
sense.
It's prey sense. It's supposed to be his prey sense.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because he's not able to quite see in the dark, but he can see heat signatures of, there's a bunch of cultists over there.
So I'm giving it colored light to make it play prey sensey for him.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anywho, I charge.
You charge.
I charge indeed.
All right, make your attack for charging.
All right. It's
I have to ask though, is this going to be MasterCard or Visa?
It's Discover. Sorry.
Unfortunately, we only carry American Express. Which you have.
All right, so that's converting for a no damage takedown, doing kind of the same thing as before into a conversion test.
Yep.
The modifiers are completely different for this one.
Yes, they would be. Let me pull it up. So humanity, plus actually heretical humanity, so plus 10. Let's see. Mentality would be grunt plus 0. Time irrelevant. Quality plus 5.
Plus 15.
Is plus 15 total? I thought there was one other modifier. No, I guess it's it. Yeah, plus 15.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's plus 15.
Yeah.
Oh, the dice are lying to me here. What the hell?
Oh.
Push.
Yeah, I'm pushing that.
Push.
Push it real
There
good.
you go.
That's better.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a permanent, assuming he doesn't get ripped to shreds by his buddy here.
Yep. All right. You tackle one of them, and they are immediately converted.
I imagine it's just the siren sprints past it all straight into the fire, and there's a cultist leaning out to aim or shoot, and it just looks like tackles, rolls back to standing, and doesn't even look like anything happened other than tackled the man.
Yep.
I do really like the idea of one day saying something along the lines of, "You'd make a good Valkyran, wouldn't you?" That's for later, though. All right. So I need to add them to my fans sheet.
Yep. I will adjust stats accordingly. Fortunately, these guys are more weapon skill as well, so you don't really get any bonus. I'll give you an extra 2 for that. But unlike before, these guys are actually going to. Oh wait, you already got the parry, commando. Oh, they actually get dodge, right? Because I always give my cultists at least dodge. Yeah, so you get a slight bonus to your weapon skill and dodge or your fire team.
Okay. Health states for a cultist.
Let's see. These guys have armor. Let me double check.
And
they
players, give me a cultist name.
All right.
Francis Johnson.
Remember these are core knights. Spoiler.
I mean, they could be a recent convert who still has a old.
Taya
name.
was a core knight.
True.
I mean,
but
I've known plenty of Francises who have been mad.
All right. So they will get the +1 wounded. And they will. No, sorry. They get the injured. And they don't get any armored. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so they have healthy, wound, injured, dead.
And critical.
Oh, and critical, right.
Yeah. They will also get the critical stage because they don't have a lot of armor, but once they get thrown into combat, they are very tenacious. Okay.
I'll need to redo some math there. All right, and obviously orcs are going to come charging up too, as good as they can.
Yep.
I don't know if they could make it all the way there. What's orc movement like right now?
They are hulking, but Grog is only able to move 4, so I'm going to say that they move the same.
Well, no. Grog, Ogrins are weighed down by all their armor, and I don't think commandos have that problem.
Yeah, they would. I'll say 5 for them then.
Okay, 5. But if they were to charge, it would be like 15?
Yes. Okay,
so they can join in on the charge action. They can come in crumping, and then my fire team is at least on top of it too.
Yes.
All right, so the orcs are going to come in and be crumpet-like.
All right.
Is weapon skill +10, wasn't it?
Yes. Charge attack gets +10.
Well, charge attack gets +20 normally. Do they have a minus to weapon skill?
No, I don't think they would.
Okay, +20 then.
+20, yeah. Oh!
We'll push them. Why not?
All right, that's cruel. Why you gotta be like this? Roll 20.
Sad days. We'll keep going though.
All
right.
right.
What do I care if they get a little tired? There it is.
There we
That's
go.
more like it. They came in crumping.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good damage, and it's a crit. There's only 5 cultists left. Would you like to try to convert any more?
I mean, I'd love to try and convert more.
Okay. In that case, then they will only kill 4. So there's 1 left for you.
All right. Next turn, I get that try.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Maldine, push up into cover.
Right.
And that's within their movement, so they're going to do the shoot.
All right. You'll definitely be able to see these guys here.
All right. They don't get any size bonus. They haven't gotten their reload yet, so they're firing single shot. Range is standard. They're actually just barely within standard range. They're going to push that.
There you go.
There we go. Again, 4 of them hit, 1 of them misses.
All right. Yeah, body, because there would be some protection there. So, all right. That is 3 more down cultists.
And now Arkhan is going to... Oh, so 2 of them missed. Tut-tut. Arkhan is going to shoot as well. Arkhan is going to push as well.
All right. 1 success. All right. That is 1 more cultist down.
All right. Who are the 2 who miss?
More important than if they get hurt. Who fething missed?
Yeah.
A reprimand
turn.
will be added to their record.
That is my turn.
All right.
That was 4 and what?
4 and 3.
Ooh, that's Dusty again.
Listen, he's having a rough day.
Yeah, Dusty sure is having a rough day. It was Dusty and Bouncy that missed.
I mean, to be fair,
Bouncy can't stand still. Yeah.
So. You have an underperforming squad mate? I can help with that.
Sad.
All right.
Corporal Smith is going to hand a frag grenade to Grog and tell him to throw it when it's his turn.
Oh, I was really expecting. Go punch him.
No.
Yeah,
and then he's also going to half action just shoot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you will be able to see the guys here.
yes. Nope. Another miss.
Fortunate. All right. Geirrungson.
Alrighty, well, first of all, I'm going to continue hopping cover to cover. Question is, which cover do I want to hop to?
These are more lockers here. The thin lines here are benches, so these really don't provide any cover. But these are lockers, and these are weapons lockers.
Huh.
So there is actually cover with them.
Yes. All right, well, I'm going to hop up to this next weapons locker with a double move. And my squad lead, Brynjar here, he's going to move up another 4, and he's going to keep his shield facing forward. I got to double check something with this homebrew. Okay, let's see. Okay. Says you do not take your knock opponent remains guarding that facing during all actions until you use this talent again. Okay. He's all engaged over there. I can't see over here, can I?
Unfortunately, not at that angle. There's the lockers kind of blocking your sight.
Okay, and I can't see anything down there. Well, that is my turn.
Okay. Grog's turn.
He's going to advance and then throw the grenade.
All right.
So let's just do this. Just say they move up to here.
All right. And for throwing a grenade, that would be a
ballistic skill.
Ballistic skill. Okay.
It's
one of those weird things that, like,
strength affects the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They're well within half range. We should do this. Yeah. Well, scatter test.
Yeah.
Number of dice. 1 dice.
It's
degrees of failure meters scatter, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to roll, I believe it's 1d10 to determine location, which we should have on the sheet.
Yep.
Yeah, scatter.
So, okay.
I mean, that scatters into the wall.
Yeah, so let me just draw this out so we have this.
Scatter again, but go half the distance for the bounce off the wall.
Oh, okay. Is that not... I mean, I think it would just hit, like, right here. But
Yeah.
It would hit the wall right there, but what Vallis is saying is that it then bounces off the wall.
All right.
Yeah.
I shall roll scatter again.
So the meters will be different, but yeah, roll what direction it rolls into.
One way or another, it's basically going to be one tile, or on them directly.
Yeah.
That'll be okay. So it goes, yeah,
Right there. All right.
maybe like a little bit closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I still roll damage?
I'm going to give them a dodge.
That's fair.
But I actually did give these cultists dodge. So they're probably going to fail. But yes, you will get to roll damage regardless.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh, close.
Wow. They. I do. This is why I always give my cultists dodge, because it's at least the one thing they can actually do.
Your cultists are famous for those low roll wins.
That's true.
That's true.
But yeah, full damage will go through. Roll damage for it.
Last 3.
Blast 3. All right. I'm going to say with pin 11.
Whoa, damage 11.
Or damage
Easy.
11. Sorry. All right. Everybody for the woods. Oops. I'm going to say that takes out. Yeah, it takes out 1.
Does it at least flush the rest from cover?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And does it shred any suits that they're in?
They weren't wearing any.
Of course not. They got the power of corn.
Exactly.
I mean, and we also aren't vented here. We were just worried that something might be going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Navy support. They're going to take a shot. And they're actually going to aim. This standard range. They're going to take the half aim because they want to get rid of these guys. Actually, that should be 50 because that group didn't take the fatigue yet. But it's still a failure.
Push.
Nah, they're not going to push. But these guys down here are going to take a move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nolixon, they can't actually see anything at this point. Yeah, they're just basically going to advance forward then. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, now they can see something. And they are going to draw their cutlasses. Because I gave these guys a little something fancy. Chaos Cultists. Milk for the cornflakes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can charge.
I mean, they're core knights. They gotta charge Grog. That's the biggest thing on the field.
Yeah, but these guys they've been having a firefight with for the past, 20 minutes. You know what? I'll give them a willpower check. See which one
they're
they go
in an
against.
honor duel with this Navy support right now. All right.
49. All right, they go after Grog. So that is weapon skill. Actually, yeah, makeshift sword, charge attack, standard. They don't get no aim. All right. Wow. Okay. They're going to push. Again. 2.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, yeah, they got 2 crit fails and 1 near crit fail. At this point, it's on them.
Yeah.
You know what? No, we're sticking with it. The dice are smoking.
I think what we'll say, we'll flavor this is they obviously don't do any damage, but they hit Grog's shield and a couple of their swords break.
Yeah, they literally are running. They're not actually running at Grog. They're running at Grog's shield.
Yeah,
which doesn't do anything. And I would like again, for expediency's sake, all player characters give an awareness check.
All right.
Okay, nobody else necessarily notices this, but oh yeah,
no,
yeah.
He notices.
Yeah, well, I was going to say nobody else necessarily notices this, but FeeNighTea, the best way I can describe this is your spidey senses are tingling, and you know that there are more targets in the room.
We're not alone here, eh?
Nope.
All right, good to know.
They are somewhere behind you. You do not know exactly where because you're too busy doing what you're doing on this turn.
Right, conversion.
Mm. Yeah, basically, you don't have to make any subduing test or anything on this because it was a crit success before. You just get basically a free conversion on this
the
one.
The boys are holding him down.
Yep. It's not so bad, man.
It's temp.
Yeah.
Always sad when we just get a temper. But that's the last one of that group.
Mm.
Alright, so I got me another cultist.
Yes.
Name?
Excelion.
Excelia Hertos.
There we go.
Much more cornut name this time.
Mm. They've been in longer, that's why they're only temporary.
Get the feeling that they're not just going to willingly convert after the timer runs out. They'll just fall over dead. So that was 2 successes. Oh, God. Alright. It's a d6 of time. Alright. I get 1 turn of them in this fire team before their brain explodes.
Alright. Oh.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, because a 2 is they don't even have autonomy anymore. I've basically fried their brain out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right. Oh yeah. What's your fire team doing?
Well, there's more people to crump, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, let's go crump them.
Yeah. The new human that's joined the two orcs. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that one's plenty excited too.
Pulls out his makeshift sword. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, you went down there. All right. Yeah.
That's some good.
All right.
Yeah, so it's not even a contest. Basically, just come up from behind, just done. All right.
Corny crumping.
Yeah, instead of crumping cornin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even better.
All right.
Oh, I wanted that one. Never
Jump
play.
master.
Have the Thrinos told us there are more enemies in the room?
Nope.
We're going to, I guess we have not confirmed the room is clear, so we're just going to keep moving up.
All right, that is true. You have not confirmed that the room is clear.
Let's see. I'm gonna send my fire team up with the Einherjari.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go buddy up with the Navy.
All right.
I see people now.
Yeah, you don't really see people as much as you see a kind of
Movement on the edge of my vision, basically.
Movement, maybe a kind of orangey red leg, kind of robe, thick robe.
Movement, far end. This goes out over the vox of everybody in this group.
All right.
But we don't have range and we don't have movement to move anymore, so.
All right, then. Well, Jangle, you have just been informed there is movement on the other side of the room.
Well, Jangles is going to break from cover behind Grog to move there.
All right. Keep in mind, those are benches, so they're not providing any sort of cover.
Oh, like not even like...
It's like protecting your ankles is basically it.
Okay, he'll try to like duck behind it. He'll use it as I guess a stabilizer for his gun.
That can be done. You can like drop to your knee, use it as stabilizer. Perfect.
I'll just go there.
All right.
And while he's doing that, he'll also pull out his handy dandy Auspex and see what it can detect.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out the rules for this.
Tech use plus 20, I think.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
Normally, Auspex is you make a tech use roll and you get a plus 20 using the Auspex.
I'll push that.
All right.
There you go, Rasp. I converted your statement to what my person heard.
Oh, I was gonna say, did that go out over Vox?
One more
I can send you. I can come up with something. Hold on.
All right. Well, that's enough of that.
Unfortunately, you check the
interference.
Yeah, you check the Auspex and not really. It's not just like fuzzy on that end of the room. The whole thing is kind of fuzzy. It's like it's one of those things. Got like technical knock skill where you just slap it on the side a bit, try to get it to like come on.
He actually does have technical knock.
Oh, there you go. He starts looking at it like come on. He starts slapping the side of it.
Yep.
Machine spirit works with me. Come on.
I guess the rest of the action he'll just aim.
All right. Held aim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so remind me, is a double move technically a sprint, or no?
No, sprint gives you more.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna double move. Let's see, what was that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Up here, my shield I want to still have facing the way I'm moving. My squad is gonna double move up to this next closest locker for cover.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Easy enough. Grog.
Grog is going to. How far can he move?
8 on a double move.
Okay, he's gonna move 8 on a double move. I think here.
All right.
Yep. Still keeping his shield out, and yeah.
I will say he gets excited because he is able to see there's definitely movement there, and he sees there's definitely someone likely in melee because they seem to have a sword out.
See, bad ones. I want to smash their faces in.
All right. Navy. They're going to basically tactically move up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they're going to move to 4 and then half aim as well. Or aim, I guess. This group is 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they're going to go 5, 6. And they're going to draw their... I think I've already said. They draw cutlasses. Oh, crap. I deleted... The token for the cultist got deleted.
Which token was it? Which token?
I don't know. I think maybe this one.
I think they had. Let's see. Well, we can just go
There you go.
up.
Yeah, they had yeah, there it is. Cultist 7.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just transport that to a spot out of vision range.
Thank you. All right, cultists. With a shout, a shout of "For Khan!" 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, they charge into the Navy right there. And these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just get in range with Grog. And these guys get to here. They're going to sprint. So they would get 2 extra tiles. So they get to there. They're basically running through in a mad berserker rage right now. But get attacks.
As they run, since Jangles held an action, can he shoot?
You held an aim action, so you get a bonus next time to shoot, and you would still have a second action if you want to shoot without an aim.
Yeah, you'll get the full aim instead of the half aim.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, basically you could get 2 shots, and one of them gets the aim bonus next turn.
Fair enough.
All right. And Grog...
Or one
Grog
shot with a double aim.
That is also possible, yes.
Mm.
All right. So, Chaos Cultists against these guys. Makeshift charge. Success. All right. Yeah. Fatigue is clear for them. And against Grog. Ooh. They fail. Let's see. Against these guys, that's 2 successes. Oh, they did have... Yeah, this group, there was 8 out of 10 originally, so there's now 6. All right, there we go. Okay, that is Cultist turn. FeeNighTea. New friends. So many new friends.
I'm going to fire a smear round at the cultists ahead of me.
Ooh, all right.
So they need to... I believe it's make an agility test. Flat.
Well, they don't have acrobatics or athletics anyway, so all right, flat agility.
Oh. You see, this is what always happens. I know.
So the way I'm going to flavor it is, FeeNighTea sees them charge again, and it's like, I got this. Throws it, but they were moving too fast.
It's not a throw.
And,
Smear around is from the UMUCD, so it's actually I loaded a cartridge.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's essentially a cone-shaped flashbang.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, it's all flash, no bang is specifically what it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they are so blinded by the bloodlust of Korn right now that it basically completely they neglect everything. They have perfect tunnel vision. They see the enemy with melee weapons drawn, they're going straight for them.
Okay, let's see him do it again. I'm going to load for my second attack. I am going to load a Veil cartridge, which is a willpower test.
Oh, all right. All right.
So this is inner ear disruption, a piercing screech, nosebleeds, vomiting.
All right. 4 of them are currently under this effect. I'm going to set them on the red bar.
All right. That's all. That's all Fee gets to do. You're gonna have to roll for the naval, by the way. They're in that.
Yeah.
Code.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Flash, they were facing away, but
You can't make an argument against the Veil cartridge.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Also, that ammo cost.
The first one, they just see like a flash behind them. They're like, someone take a picture?
Someone take a pic?
And then suddenly, ah!
I got more of them.
Wait.
Oh, they don't have much willpower. They have less willpower than Chaos.
They are on fatigue.
Is that group?
That's the group that's fatigued.
Counts the group. Yeah, that is the group that was fatigued.
Oh,
so yeah.
okay.
They normally have 30 willpower. So yeah.
Same thing. Put them on the other bar, I guess.
Yeah, no, you know what? They're gonna try to push first.
Oh, all right.
They still got 2 fatigue that they can do. Yeah, it just made it worse, of course. All right, might as well go for the last one. Hey, success! They cannot do any more actions without actual people dropping, so they're stuck. But yeah, success.
So just 4 people like lose their balance and collapse in front of them, while all of them are trying to hold their guts in too.
Yep. All right.
I'm so helpful. I love this.
So what are your fanboys doing?
They going crumping again.
All right.
I put some there.
The fanboys.
The fanboys.
I mean, you gotta make it orky, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, wouldn't it be B-O-I-Z instead then?
No, orky is B-O-Y-Z.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Whew.
That's some good crumping again.
Again, these guys, they have tunnel vision. There's one group going after the Ogryn. They saw the Navy first. They're going straight for them for the easy kill. Suddenly, 2 orcs and 2 of their former cultists run up to the side and just smack.
And then immediately after that, second cultist would burn out, right?
Yep, he burns out. So he just nose bleed, ear bleed, eye bleed, and then falls over dead.
For badass effect, because there was only 4, they got 5. Because one of the things on how we do this is squad is if it's just mooks, degrees of success equal number that are taken down, and cultists are absolutely mooks. So in this case, the one whose head is about to explode goes in, takes one out, cuts him in half, then does a nice pirouette, cleaves the second one in half.
Shame.
Yeah,
I liked that one.
Master.
this is going to be an aim and then a fire at the group that the fans have engaged.
All right.
That's a dangerous angle you're taking there.
Just make sure you don't hit the Navy.
Well, the Navy is crouched down, so as long as the Jumpmaster's standing, should be fine.
Ah, fair.
The fans, on the other hand, yeah, no, they're bored.
I
right
don't
away.
care if I hit the fans. Is the
Nobody
thing.
cares. Nobody cares. That's the thing.
Oh.
I believe it is less than it is 1 or 2 degrees of failure to hit the same.
Correct.
Main.
Correct. Your shot is too wide and too bad. Bad. That seems mean. Well, it's too wide. It misses by too far away, basically. So yeah,
It's to the right instead of to the left.
Yeah, you were so concerned trying to hit your shoot above the Navy that you ended up going at the wrong angle, and it flies right over the cultist's head.
He hits the one that's passing out right now and dying of brain damage.
They're going to re-roll that.
Fair. Which group are they attacking?
They're attacking the group that is fighting Grog.
Makes sense?
Yeah, that's a clear
Ooh.
shot.
Yep. That's a very good shot. Very good use. Very good use of fatigue. All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Oh, Jangle.
Oh my gosh! Dusty!
He is either just completely done with all this, or he's not. He's not supposed to be here right now.
I want to send a message, like actually offer at this point.
He's gonna
Right.
shoot the group that's engaged in melee with Grog.
All right. How many shots are you taking?
Just one, so I'll change that.
All right. So if you take one shot this turn, you get a plus 20. If you take 2 shots, the first one gets a plus 10, and the second one is normal.
Okay. So I'll just one.
Okay.
Boom.
That is definitely a success.
So it kills one.
Yep.
Then free action draws knife, affixes it to the lug in the Hellgun and charges.
Fix bayonet. All right.
Mhm.
I will say you will not be able to make an attack or technically movement this turn, but absolutely fix bayonet and
I can't
prepare to
get
jump.
up there. Okay.
No, unfortunately, because you took the So with the 2 actions, is half aim gives you the plus 10, and
Right.
because you took only 1 shot and you took the plus 20, that means your first action was another half aim, so that your shot was full aim.
Okay. Fair enough.
But free action fix bayonet, absolutely. So next turn, if there's still cultists standing, yes, you may absolutely charge an attack.
And I'll free
And
action. Get him, Grog.
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right, that is his turn.
All right, Erickson.
All right.
I
Well,
just want to point out that the
You guys are pretty
Maldine
weak.
are the only force in this combat that does not want to get into melee. Even
That's
the
true.
Navy are running in with cutlasses. The Maldine are like, nah, we're good back here.
all right, gents. Great axes. And I go for an all-out with my Berserkers first.
Nice.
I gotta scroll back up to get to equipment. Great axe. All out. They're gonna push.
Oh yeah, definitely. They need to. With a 96. Oof.
All right, let's see. I can do this
Oh,
again.
that's-
There.
There we
That
go. There we go.
That's
All
an
right.
extra 2. Okay.
All right. So there are 4 that are currently vomiting and nose bleeding and stumbling around. There's one guy who's basically the Roomba right now. He just keeps running into the weapons locker. Dunk, 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 dunk. So, but there are 6 that are actually like up and standing and fighting. Question is, how do you distribute those 7?
Any that were closest to this side, whether they were down or not, I am hitting without impunity here.
I'd say that those would probably be the ones that were hit hardest with the gun. So that would be the first 4. You know what, Vallis? Because this will affect you. Luck roll.
Luck roll. Let's do it.
Okay. So based on that, there is one on this far side back here that is still groggy. He's the one who's actually running into the weapons locker.
That makes
the
sense.
other three, unfortunately, are right in the way of the Einherjari's great axe. So that goes to 1 there, and the remaining 3 would be here. So there we go.
Alrighty. And then, not to be outdone by my own people, Brynjar is going to get in on this action.
All right.
With his chainsword, he is going to... No, you know, he just got the big knife. He's going to use the big knife. He's going to go all out with it. I mean, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to.
Holy crap! Out of curiosity, roll damage for that.
Okay, yeah, I will. Let's see, where are you? There you go. Damage.
All right, there's another one down. 10 plus 4 plus 3. Yep.
Alrighty. That's my turn.
All right. Hey, Grog. Finally got a good melee fight.
Yeah. Grog is going to all-out attack.
All right.
Okay, there we go. With his great weapon.
All right.
So, all out. Boom.
Very nice. So he doesn't have any of the Whirlwind of Death, correct?
I didn't give him any.
Okay. So that's one cultist dead. But he doesn't have a second attack, and he's still going all out.
Come on.
Holy crap.
That's one
Righteous Fury.
cultist paste.
Yeah. Cultist, I hardly do here.
He'll just roll, I guess not all out this time, just standard.
Oh, no, he can still be... I think the all out lasts the whole turn.
Yeah, once
Okay.
you declare all
Yeah.
out, you can't go back, so...
Yeah. You don't get any reactions or parries. There we go, another dead cultist.
Just 2 big old swings. Slam and slam.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I choose to believe that he is just pasting them with his shield.
Oh.
No, he actually has like a massive. What I was gonna do, I actually thought about this on the walk back to my apartment. I was thinking of giving him like a giant wiffle bat, so that so when he hits someone, it's just bonk.
Oh, it's
Giant
the
Oni
nice,
bat. I imagine it looks like the giant Oni bat, but it's wiffle.
But instead, I'm gonna say that he has like a giant. What would be Ogranish? A giant like sword, like just like a massive machete with a really good edge on it.
Suddenly, the orcs feel inadequate. They look to their big knives, and they see his even bigger knife. Oh.
If they didn't already have a boss, they would have found a new boss now.
Mm.
Yep.
Vallis,
Right.
boss off. It's like a
Okay.
dance off.
I mean, to
We
be
have
fair,
to dance off.
one of them isn't technically converted, so he
That's
could
true.
have just found a new boss.
All right, Navy's turn. First one with fatigue is going to take a shot. They miss. Second one without fatigue. They're going to take an actual shot. Actually, no, they're going to...
Charge!
Oh, they're
Do
not
they
going to
have
charge.
pistols?
So what?
Did this one already fight?
Yeah.
Or,
Yes,
Okay,
that was the last the one I just
Don't they
rolled for.
get fight twice because they didn't move?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Mhm.
There we go.
Oh,
There you are.
all right. Yeah, no, all those cultists are dead then,
Sad day.
including,
sad day.
unfortunately, including the Roomba guy. So these guys, they don't want to hit Grog, but they don't care about hitting the fans. So they're not going to move because I don't think they'd be able to hit Grog from this angle because they're going to aim for the cultists.
Yeah, they're fine. Their only risk is
yeah.
the fans.
Yep, well, they don't care. So they're going to take 2 shots with combat shotguns.
Oh boy.
Ooh, failure.
All right. What's the DOS?
Yeah, that's 1 degree of failure. Unfortunately, that would hit a fan. First one is completely wide, not enough. Second one would actually hit, so let's roll some damage with combat shotgun.
Yep.
That's actually
I
pretty...
don't think if it hit one of the orcs, I don't think that did much.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have hit Bubbert.
There you go.
So just doesn't even scratch the armor.
There's a slight pinching feeling in his right leg. And he's like, "Oi!" And just
He
waves it off.
smacks it like it's a bug.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There'll be
Alright.
bugs on this ship. But you got to watch out for these mosquitoes. Cultists. They're going to all out against Grog, this first group.
Don't they get a bonus because Grog went all out? Or is all out something else in this system?
All out means
Uh,
you can't parry, if I remember right.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
dodge.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
pretty free action. then.
you
There might be a bonus, not quite sure.
to be able to get a bonus to your attack, basically.
Yeah, okay.
So it's
I
Plus
just
10?
read it.
plus 10
No.
bonus.
For all out, it's plus 30.
Mhm.
Oh, plus 30. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, it's right there. All right.
Nicole just really should be all outing.
Yeah, they really should.
And then another plus 10 for size.
Oh, yeah. So that should be 4 degrees of success then. Damage, though.
Roll 3 times.
Nope.
8,
nope,
7,
nope.
11.
No.
I was about to say, does 11 even do anything?
No.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say 11 would barely scratch Arkhan.
Like,
Right.
Grog's almost certainly has the same armor with better toughness.
God, all you with the strong ass gear. I'm at 8.
There we go. 13 and 15 Righteous Fury, but these are mooks. They don't get Righteous Fury.
do I get the benefits of my shield is the question.
Well, you
These
weren't
guys were
blocking,
these guys
you were
were
attacking.
You did go all out.
yeah. Unfortunately, I think basically the shield is off to the side as you're like completely. Grog is like completely exposed and wielding.
Okay.
So
The 13 would do 2 damage, and the 15 would do 4 damage.
all right, so that is 6 damage total.
Congratulations. You've knocked him down from 29 wounds to 23 wounds.
Oh wow, you only have one more soak than Arkhan does.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus a righteous
Which is
fury.
weird.
Mooks don't get righteous fury.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Other cultists are going to attack the fans. That
Okay.
sounds so weird.
Hey, it's okay for cultists to attack
Yeah.
the fans.
All out. So 3 degrees. 14, 10, 13.
One group is brainwashed and full of bloodlust. The other group is cornet cultists.
You right, though.
You right.
Okay, let's see. So this will be 3d3.
I just want to say one of my favorite jokes. What's the difference between a lawyer and a catfish? One's about
One's a bomb-sucking, scum-sucking animal
one's
that...
a scum sucker, and the other one's a fish.
yeah.
Okay, so all 3 of them got hit.
Ouch.
So it's
3 was Bobbert, or
yeah.
Yeah.
3's
Bobbert?
Bobbert, 2's Hercule, and 1's Francis. So Francis got hit by the weakest attack. This cultist might live.
All right. Second attack, though, from them. 3 more successes. Ooh! All right, see. Roll. There we go. 3, 2, 2. Ooh.
Hey,
Now, one of them didn't do anything.
Did the cultists attacking Grog ever make their second round of attacks?
they got their damage on their second round.
Also, should that be D4? Because you have one cultist that's still good.
Yeah, I have two orcs and a cultist.
Oh, okay.
One of the orcs was temporary as well.
That's right. That's right. An orc was temporary. Yeah. My mistake.
You said that last roll is meaningless? That third one?
It's not going to get through anybody's armor.
Okay.
The six isn't going to get through anybody's toughness or anything. That's negated.
Okay. It was hitting an orc anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, wounds marked.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. That is cultist turn. FeeNighTea. Ow.
What hell do I want to unleash now?
You could charge in, try to get another conversion.
Yeah, you got all these people attacking your fans.
Yep.
How much is a normal move again? 4 tiles?
4 tiles. On this map.
Yeah, that's technically in range. I'm going to make a Medicaid test.
Oh, yes.
I have a living med kit.
Yep, that's right.
Yes, so there's a... I actually haven't described this in the equipment check scene yet, but there's a small little cage that's clipped to the belt of every siren, and they just basically release it, and it does its thing, right? So this is the cures, as we call it. Let me pull up a little bit extra info for it. Chemical utilitarian remedy for eukaryote systems. A small winged creature reminiscent of a hummingbird, it consumes small bits of metal and chemically cauterizes and sterilizes wounds with its saliva and numbs the pain slightly.
All right.
He's within 10 meters of me, this big lad.
Yes.
Yep.
Kinda, technically, it's close. I guess
GM will roll that. Yeah, it counts. Fine.
All right.
He's a big boy.
Okay. So that's a no cost. If he's out of 10 meters, it costs me fatigue to make the test. So feckin' close. So feckin' close. All right, there's a little bird buzzing around Grog, I guess.
How about this? Instead of actually healing him, it does like reseal his void suit.
Okay, I mean, if the GM says that's fine.
I'd say with the considering it's only 1 degree of failure, I'd say that's fair.
Yeah,
it like crimps on the gashes, and it like staples it back together.
It's trying to heal, but what it accidentally does is it closes the void suit, and then it's like, oh crap, I can't get in there now.
Fair enough.
Grog probably didn't feel that.
No,
like he barely felt the
feel the hit.
Robert,
can I counterpoint and say that he says, "Haha, that tickle."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'd say Bobbert would probably look over and point, "Oi, that's what bit me!"
All right.
Damn. More fatigue. Why not?
All right.
Another one. I don't care if they get tuckered out. If they all die, I just get to make more, and they don't have to worry about it.
Another one.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
All right. That's down to 2.
And that was your first attack.
Yep. 1 success. There's
I'll leave that one there.
There's 1 cultist left standing. That's always a good idea. All right. Turn?
Yeah, that's all I could do.
All right.
I mean, you know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Hey, that's the last cultist in that group down.
Hey. Nice.
They're going to push.
All right.
They're going to push.
Man, these rolls. Oh, okay. I think the dice are saying something right now.
They're going to push 1 more time.
All right.
Nope.
I lied. They're going to push 1 more time because they have to go over their fatigue to pass out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
They pass out.
They are on... They go again, they pass out. They fatigue again, they pass out.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're on 7.
They're all in trouble for that volley.
Yep.
How's
I
their
think
ammo
it's
doing,
because
by the
of
way?
all of the melee combatants moving in, they're trying to check their fire, but they're overcompensating the same way I did last turn.
Mm. All right. That is your turn?
Sure is.
All right. Jangles, you wanted to
Charge.
fix bayonets and charge.
Yep.
You wanted to do the best guard move ever. All right.
It's the title of the primer.
Yeah.
Charge.
When in doubt, fix bayonets and charge.
I'll push 1 more time. There we go.
There we go. All right. That is a crit, so you take out 2.
Good.
All right. Sweet.
Wait. 1 more, right?
No. Charge attack uses move. And
No. I'm sorry. I thought they were on 3 and became 2.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there is 1 cultist left.
Good.
Wait. Yeah, they were on 3. There's 1 cultist left because you got rid of 2 of them. Sorry, I typed that in wrong.
It's all good.
Garrett.
You better not.
It's
This
me.
one's mine.
Okay,
I was going to say, I think Grog would appreciate having the last.
Yeah. Would I know that Grog would appreciate it, though?
It's an Ogren.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious. Yeah, I'm
Look
not
at his
gonna-
face. It's so happy.
I'm gonna go check I'm gonna go walk towards the door, see if I can start checking it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, making sure my shield is back up. My Berserkers are going to join me as well.
Okay. As far as you were aware, Everything looks clear. You can make a awareness check to try and see if there's like any extra details.
All right, sure. I'll make an awareness check. It's a door. Good to know.
There's a locker. There is a door.
Okay.
And the light is still on. The light is not. There is no light. Sorry, the light is off. That's about it.
I don't even see the light switch. Darn.
Yeah. Nah.
Maybe it's one of those clappers.
Grog, 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 grog,
No.
grog,
Yep.
grog.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Grog.
We're just gonna go to a standard. Die.
Very dead.
Grog's been waiting.
That is a natural one. Yeah.
I'm gonna replace that one with yeah, he's dead.
I feel like the head gets knocked clean off and lands like perfectly in a waste paper basket.
Yeah.
And thus the game of golf was invented.
That was exactly what I was thinking, except in reverse.
Thus the game of golf.
And Grog's gonna step forward and like, roar!
Alright, room secure.
Room is secure.
Initiative done.
Yep.
So
real quick,
my
real quick.
squad is going to recharge their guns.
Yes, you will be able to do that. Real quick before we get to that, first off, Einherjari, would you like to continue moving?
Yeah, I want to bash down the door.
About that, as you get to here, the door slides open.
Oh.
Oh, motion.
What comes out?
Yeah, and it's just a sliding door opens.
Don't trust.
I'm going to bash
you can
the
feel...
edges of this door anyway.
All right.
I don't trust sliding doors.
You do not see any additional cultists. You do not see really any signs of fighting or anything. You see the stairs that head downstairs. That's it. But yeah, no, just this particular door. When you got close enough, it just sort of slid open. Wasn't locked.
Oh, well, that's not good. The enemies were on this side.
Yep.
I'm going to shout at the top of my lungs back to everyone else. I found stairs.
All right.
We'll move to them.
Okay.
My people are recharging their las guns.
Yeah.
I'll move to them.
The Navy officers are basically doing the same thing. They're grabbing, not the Navy officers, the armsmen. They're grabbing the extra bits that they didn't have a chance to grab before. I appreciate you being able to get here. We're taking a pounding. Already lost about 10 men.
Also, question. My squad is only down armored states. Could they refresh their armor here?
Yes.
Okay. Arkhan's damage will persist because Arkhan actually was wounded, but the squad was only degraded armor.
Yeah.
And full refill?
Yes. In this case, you'll be able to get a full refill. Basically, this is a full armament. If anybody else would like to grab anything, it's all pretty much standard issue guardsman equipment, as well as some specialty stuff. Because the Maldine have it. If anybody would like to grab anything, feel free.
Quickly, but yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Like half of the lockers are open. There's stuff strewn about the place.
I'm just kind of
very quick.
The way
very
I
quick to grab
picture
anything.
is as soon as the room's clear and it's called out that there's stairs, it's Fee is just double timing towards the stairs.
So, this is specifically a weapons locker, right?
Or
a weapons armory.
Oh yeah, so this is more like a oh shoot, forget what it is, but yeah, it's an armory. You have like lockers, like personal lockers for guardsmen to switch into uniform, gather their guns and equipment. But yeah, this is standard armory.
Is this a PDF armory or a Navy armory? Out of curiosity.
Primarily. Go ahead.
We're just refreshing armor plates and recharging las guns, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious which type it is. Did the Navy hunker down in here, or is this their armory?
This is their armory. One of the squads is actually, their stuff was actually here. The other one caught up as a reinforcement later.
Yeah, it's when you look at one of the squads and they've only got half of their armor on.
Yeah, which is what they're doing right now. They're grabbing the helmets they didn't have a chance to grab. They're buckling up their outfits properly.
For flavor purposes, I will say that some of the armor plates on my squad are now slightly mismatched, because while the Navy uses similar suits, they're painted a different color.
Gotcha.
Everything is blue instead of gray.
Yep.
Are there any microbeads?
Roll. Well, this would be a commerce.
Awareness?
Survival?
Skullduggery? Awareness would make sense. Survival can make sense in a way, and scrutiny might make sense. I'm going to say scrutiny because you're basically scouring places where it most likely would be to see if anybody has anything.
By the way,
all right.
Arkhan is voxing back to command. Squad resupplied, re-armored. What is our next objective? We're plus about 12 naval armsmen.
Excellent. Glad you got there in time. Next objective. Floors are being cleared out. Able to secure areas. Group called the Rooks have recently taken over one area. They're on our side. What's that? What? One moment. There's kind of a static sound as he switches channels. And then comes a... Fat! We got a commander trapped. 3 decks below. They're in a command room. There's a something outside that's trying to get in. They have the doors barricaded, but it's not looking good.
Any forces with them, or are they on their own? Just want to make sure we know if everything down there is hostile, or if there are potentially friendlies beyond the commander themselves.
You hear kind of a typing sound. Beth. No security footage for the area. The whole area is black. Commander. Repeat. Commander has guard with him. Has 3 PDF guards. 1 naval officer. And himself. But they're all in the room.
Understood. Potentially 5 friendlies, all on the other side of the door. 3 decks down. Could you ping it on my... What would the Imperium call a HUD?
HUD?
Yeah. Heads up display.
I'm pretty sure that there is established lore that says, hey, there are HUDs.
Probably.
Yeah, just ping it on my hub.
Acknowledged. Note, when you get to that floor, everything is blacked out. The entire floor, the entire sector is out. We have no communication other than microbeats and short-range radio. We have no security camera. We have no idea what's down there.
Understood, Command. And then, all of this is in battle camp, by the way.
Of course.
Super short.
Yep. Then Arkhan will swap channels. Everybody make sure your suits are buttoned up. I have our next objective. We don't know the status of the deck.
Einherjari.
Yes.
You hear all of that the first time. You had no idea what the battle cant was, but you found microbeats that were tuned to the right channel.
I heard a lot of gibberish. That was
I
translated.
understood none of that. It wasn't in Latin. I didn't understand a thing.
Right.
Now, I've got a question. Does the orcs or the cultist have the sight in the night?
No.
Ah, dang. I still don't have sight.
I
mean, I guess technically we've got flashlights or whatever.
I'll double check my commandos, but I know the cultists don't have anything for dark vision.
Fair.
Yeah.
Are the armsmen in armored vac suits, by the way?
Yes.
I figured. I just wanted to double check since we're going into a deck where we have no status info.
Mm-hmm.
We will also make sure to seal this door behind us, just to put as many doors between potential depressurization as possible. We don't want many rooms getting depressurized if something goes wrong.
Problem with that.
Yep.
I smashed the door.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you smashed the door on the other side. You didn't smash this door, right?
No, I smashed this door. I told you I didn't trust
I
sliding
melted
doors.
the other door.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I made sure this one wouldn't close again.
Whoops.
We're being
Whoops,
very
you didn't-
rough with this station.
Yeah.
This station that is older than the Imperium.
They'll be fine.
Look, it's a sliding door. They shouldn't
Yep.
open on their
All
own.
right.
It is a sacred relic of the Dark Age of technology. Thank you very much.
There is
So,
no
we are
honor in
continuing
sliding
on.
doors, thank you very much. How can you open one for a lady? Where's the chivalry in that?
I hate the fact that I can't argue with that point.
Yeah.
Bouncy starts rattling through the process for opening one manually.
For those of you who are watching us record this, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. This is the first time, not the first time I've ever been GMing. I've been doing that now. I absolutely love it. But first time recording it, hope you guys enjoyed as well. Hope if you are in the Discord and you're doing the RP, this either gives you inspiration for stories or helps you inform the characters what we're going to be doing. We will record the next part for this as well, which sounds like we're going to do that Thursday. And then next week, on next Tuesday, we'll finish up whatever we need to, if we need to, and then we'll do the commander session, and that will be much more informative of what's going on in the greater campaign.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird because all the shows I watch, it's always like, hey, we're a whole bunch of voice actors. Go follow us on these places. If you found us, you found the only place for us to follow any of us, I think.
We're a bunch of amateurs here having a good time, so thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
I hope to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And probably by the end of this entire season, we'll officially release all of our homebrew stuff to the public. And when we do, we hope you enjoy. All right. With that, I think we're good. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.